Let's go. I'm lucid, I'm not losing. This life is one I'm choosing. I don't stop, I keep moving. Just watch me as I prove it. Oh, I'm telling you I never let go. When I'm in a fight, put on a show. I create the life I want now. And no, I never back.
Hello, and welcome to Hunter the Reckoning's Sanctuary. Oh, I'm excited and nervous, but this is my first live game, which is good times. I've graduated from Patreon. From Patreon Academy, I have graduated to live. I'm Jen. I'm your storyteller for this evening, and I'm so excited for this game. But let's do quick intros around the table, our virtual table, starting with Kelly.
Hey everybody, I'm Kelly, I use he and him, and I am very excited tonight to not be in the hot seat, and instead I'm going to be playing Colt, a just totally normal guy, and I'm very excited to finally bust his jacket out.
All right, and moving on to Chris.
Looking forward to being here tonight and playing some Hunter. Like, we're totally going to survive. It's going to be great.
It's definitely not a dangerous game for mortals at all, but I'm sure you guys will be great. Moving on down to Traz.
Oh, hi, that's me. I'm Traz. I use he, him pronouns. I'm also excited to be back on Twitch because it has been a minute. And we're probably going to die. What are you talking about, Chris? We're going to die. Gloriously, but we're going to die.
Right. And last but not least, we have Cal.
Hello, everybody. My name is Cal. I use he, him pronouns. I'm Neo Cal in the chat and other places. And I'm happy to be here. Somehow the only one wearing plaid.
Yep. Great. So, may have noticed intros were a little bit limited today. It's because we are starting the game. And while we did have a pre-recorded session 0 that then was broadcast, which was great, and I appreciate people tuning in for that, I wanted us to start kind of base level. These are all just some normal guys, who are about to get like shit kicked. I don't know. Here we go, guys. I make no promises for the entirety of the chronicle that people will survive, because this game is about mortals facing things that aren't mortal. But at the very least, I will attempt to not kill you this episode. We paid for art. You should at least get an episode out of it.
Everybody gets one.
Yeah, exactly. For a little couple bit of few housekeeping things before we get into it. Hunter, if you don't know, is a World of Darkness game. My favorite kind of game. And it's a game about regular people facing the supernatural in defense of humanity. There are some woo-woo supernatural-like elements to it that they don't like to talk about, and also are really hard to get. So there's it's really a lot of squishy humans trying to not be squished in the grand scheme of things. You are all starting the game as regular people with regular lives, Vancouver 2025. There's a few rules that I wanted to bring up, just because some of them come into play early, and then some I will reiterate later and re-clarify later. But I did come across this note, which is that as a hunter, you have this thing called conviction. Conviction can be used on like you can spend it for hunter abilities once you get them. You can risk it on edge rolls, which are your special power type things. However, willpower, I found out, you cannot spend on edge rolls. You cannot get automatic successes on edge rolls. Willpower is for the mortal side of you. Conviction is for the hunter side of you. So that's how those two are separate. And there may be
Good
some
to know.
exceptions to this.
That-
Yeah, there may be some exceptions to this, but I will let you know if there's an exception. I will tell you specifically that you can spend willpower on something if it's an edge roll. Just because obviously after all of these rules, it's like asterisk, but what the storyteller says goes. So, such is life. Also, in terms of rules, I do have a few new rules around conviction that I will reiterate when that becomes necessary, because that's later in the game today. I've also made a new flaw for Samuel, in case anybody watching is big on World of Darkness flaws and recognizes that it's not one that exists. And I've also been tossing around a couple of other thoughts, but nothing should drastically affect this game. So if there's any changes moving forward, I will let you know. Because I haven't fully settled on whether or not I'm changing anything else, but I've had some thoughts. So other than that, regular 20th edition rules. 10s only explode when you have a specialty. Base difficulty is 6. Can shift up and down depending on the difficulty or due to rules, etc. A botch is when you have no dice that are successful and at least 1-1. If you have any successes on the roll, you just fail. Even if you have like 8 1s and 1 success, you still just fail. Because we're using 20th edition sheets, there's no dodge, only athletics. But they think there are a couple of extra hunter skills on the sheet that I may forget exist, like intuition or I think, larceny's back. So anyway, so if I forget that something's on the sheet, and let me know. Just let me know. I will try and get anything new written up for the wiki. I just was busy plotting and have not had time for it yet. I did do the flaw, but yeah. Okay, cool. Just checking that. Does anyone have any questions, concerns?
I mean, always concerned.
Always concerns.
Nah, everything's fine.
Okay.
It's gonna be great.
Excellent. Everybody is a bit laggy, though. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like we all take
it's just
turns.
ping.
It could just be
being
Ping being a
laggy,
jerk.
you know.
Ping just being ping. Cool. Well, then let's begin. We get the story wrong most of the time. We think of heroes as people destined for the light, the ones carved from marble, born with something extra that the rest of us lack. We imagine them standing fearless while the world watches, moving with a purpose we can only dream of. But that's the storybook version. It's not the truth. The truth is, heroism is almost always a quiet thing. It's not born in the light, it's forged in the dark, in the split second when no one is looking. It's not the lack of fear, it's being terrified, feeling that cold, rational voice in your head telling you to run, to hide, to save yourself, and choosing to ignore it, just for a moment. A hero isn't the person who saves the world. It's the person who, in that one critical moment, decides to be bigger than their own survival. It's the choice to stand when it's easier to fall, to shield another when you have no shield of your own. And that's a choice that can fall on anyone, at any time. Welcome to Hunter the Reckoning Sanctuary. This story begins, as it so often does in this city, with the rain. It's a persistent, soul-dampening drizzle that turns the glass towers into weeping monoliths of steel and shadow, causing blurred neon signs to bleed into the wet asphalt. Through this liquid shroud flows a river of faces, a crowd but not a community. Thousands of people move under hoods and umbrellas, each an island lost in the glow of their phone, brushing past strangers without a glance. It's the perfect kind of loneliness, to be surrounded by a million heartbeats and be utterly, completely alone. This is Vancouver, A city on the edge of the world, a city that hides its secrets well under the constant whisper of the rain. And in the shadows between the streetlights, in the quiet alleys behind the five-star restaurants, in the anonymous press of the crowd, the city's true predators are beginning to feel hungry. Colt, you're standing in the rain outside the doors of the studio stage where you used to work, where Harper used to work. Staring at the doors as you try to convince yourself to just fucking open them. In the lobby, you see the receptionist, a new young man you don't recognize, staring at you through the glass doors, wondering what problem is about to fall into his lap. With a shaky hand, you wipe the rain from your face and pull the door open to go collect the box of your late wife's personal items. Please, describe yourself.
Colt is pushing late 40s. He's got a strong jawline. He would have been really handsome if a broken bottle hadn't taken a part of his cheek away in his mid-20s. As it stands, he's just rugged. The white is beginning to creep in. It's taken most of his goatee and all but the entire side of each temple. He's starting to get a little soft around the middle, no matter how much he exercises, how much he lifts, how much he runs. He wears old, comfortable clothes. Jeans with natural rips, not the kind that you buy like that. A leather jacket that he's been wearing since he got that scar. And a bunch of other scars from a life that has been enjoyed, if not lived properly. And right now he looks tired as hell.
As you open the door, the young man looks closer at you and aware that now you're his problem. Can I help you, sir?
Yeah, I got here to pick up some things.
Of course. Can I get your name, please?
Colt. Colt Burton Reeve.
Mr. Burton Reeve. Of course. One moment. He picks up a phone and murmurs into it before he hangs up and says, "Someone will be right down."
Yeah.
As you wait in this lobby area that you're fairly familiar with, your eyes land on a poster. One of the professionally done ones that show pride in the work that the studio has done. It's a promotional poster for the final season of Kingmaker. It's dark and moody and features the star Declan Croft looking menacingly over his shoulder. And in the background, slightly out of focus, is a beautiful, haunting image of Anya Croft. Harper. The tagline reads, "Power costs everything." It's a public monument to a fictionalized version of grief. Your grief. What do you do while you wait?
Colt stays quiet for the most part, but he can't stop looking at that and thinking about how much she hated that haircut. No matter what, whenever she was away from the set, it was this real kind of sultry, bang, hard-ass look. She hated that. Harper always used to keep her hair pulled back whenever she could. Slicked back with some product to keep it out of her forehead. She hated having stuff in her forehead. She hated when anything would get near her eyes. She had to have that haircut for 5 years?
And now it's memorialized on the wall.
If there's any type of like water or coffee or anything, he'll grab a bottle or a cup and just kind of fiddle with it.
Yeah, there's some complimentary water bottles and a bit of, or like a thermos of coffee. It's not a lot, but it's something.
He'll grab a water bottle and just start fiddling with it. Peeling off the label with his thumb, you know, just kind of until it's bare and naked, just a receptacle of nothing visible anyway.
As you pick away at that label, you hear the sound of soft footsteps, not high heels like you expected. And you look up and you see a young PA, one you met. Her name's Maya, and she seems quite nervous approaching you. Mr. Burton Reeve, I'm so sorry we had to bring you in. With Kingmaker officially canceled and the stages being cleared, we had to.
Yeah, well, it's all right. Didn't expect you to pay for shipping or anything. You got it?
Miss Steele wanted to talk to you, so I'm to lead you to her office. I know you know the way, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just doing your job.
Yeah, exactly. She'll lead you towards the heavy set of soundproof doors that keep the entire production from being heard in the lobby. And as she opens them, or opens one of them to let you through, she'll just say, Miss Steele didn't feel right mailing it. She said it needed to be handled personally, especially after everything.
Mm-hmm.
She seems to get more nervous in your silence as she kind of hurries along the corridors and past Harper's life, really. This was where she spent so much of her time the last, several years before she passed. The air's still and heavy. There's not a lot happening here. The show's, she said canceled, but really it had to end. With Harper's death, there was a hole in the production. They ended it, they said, as best they could. You might disagree with that. But they ended it, and now it's time to say goodbye. You pass by an iconic scene that you recognize from the show. Well, at least an iconic room. It's the Great Hall of the Croft Estate. Harper spent a lot of time fighting with the other Crofts in this room, trying to get Declan to see how he could be a better person. It's empty now. Fake, obviously. Looks a lot bigger and bolder on screen. Can you give me a perception and alertness check?
Absolutely. What's my difficulty?
6.
That is, God, I wish I had specialties. 2 successes.
Cool. As you walk and just kind of pass the edge of this really half a room, since the cameras are the other half, or where the cameras would be, they're not there now, but you hear a crew member somewhere just yell out, "Cut! He looks dead on camera!" And you feel a sudden icy chill.
You got a new show you're going to be working on?
Oh, not at the moment. Well, this studio is taking a break, getting something new up and running, but it's a little bit before it's ready to film. So, but
Yeah.
hopefully they'll just keep me on as well.
Do yourself a favor. Don't wait for them. Go get it yourself. Make sure they don't forget about you. You got to be assertive in this industry.
Right. Yeah, of course. Thank you.
You'll be
She
fine.
walks you past another set. The company's boardroom. Just a giant table in a room. Bunch of chairs. There's a panoramic window that's behind it that showed a stunning skyline, but it's really just a giant peeling photographic backdrop. It's starting to come off the wall a little bit. Obviously, they would brighten it up in post, but it did the job while they were in here. Are you working on anything these days, sir?
Just being a dad.
Of course. Yes. How is Isla?
She's good. Yeah, she's real good. College application's coming up. Hopefully
Good,
she's
I'm
not going to
sure
get
she'll
too
do
far
well.
away.
Yeah.
He's not there at the moment, though. He's looking at this boardroom and thinking of the time they surprised Harper there for her 40th birthday.
Yeah.
Had a cake there right at the end of a shooting day. It's like 11 o'clock at night. Pretty early for a shooting day, honestly, at this place, but...
Yeah, you got some special dispensation for they ended the shoot early so you could surprise her.
Let Isla stay up that late. She was only like 11 or 12 at that time.
Mm-hmm.
She was so excited she fell asleep in the car on the way back. Sugar crash. And then at the thought of somebody falling asleep at the wheel, he's going to get real quiet again.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Fair.
Or falling asleep in a car, at least.
Yeah. You pass one more set. The set that you were hoping you wouldn't have to pass. It's the apartment that Declan and Anya lived in. Still decorated, though the furniture has plastic sheeting over it. They'll probably reuse those pieces in other shows, reupholster them, make do with what they have. But your eyes land on the framed photograph from Declan and Anya's wedding. The one that they staged for, well, for the show, for obvious reasons. You feel a bit dizzy looking at that and blink, and high in the rafters as you look up to kind of blink away, the itch of tears potentially forming, you spot a light that flashes once brightly and suddenly feel very nauseous. Are you okay? Maya asks.
Yeah, I'm fine. I just skip breakfast. Skip breakfast.
Oh, yeah, I don't feel great when I do that either, but it becomes a habit, a bad one, but a
Yeah,
habit, yeah.
yeah. Everybody's intermittent fasting.
As you continue on, you feel like something's watching you from where that light was. Something is observing your grief. But you move on. Maya takes you to Miss Steele's office, Veronica Steele, the producer. You've worked with her. You know her. She's professional, practical, some empathy, but most of the time it's for show. And Maya knocks on her door, and you hear her voice, "Come in," and Maya will open the door for you. Veronica is a late woman in her a woman in her late 40s. She's a late woman. She's just always late. Anyway, she's a woman in her late 40s, early 50s, somewhere in there. She probably would say she's in her 30s, but you can tell. She's got graying hair that she dyes just enough to say she doesn't dye her gray hairs. And she's got crow's feet in the corner of her eyes. No wrinkles on her forehead, though. That's what Botox is for. She smiles at you as you walk in. It's a smile full of pity. But it's a smile. And the last time you were talking to her, she wasn't smiling much. That was before Harper passed, by the way. It was earlier in the show. But she reaches out a hand to grab yours. Colt.
Veronica?
Thank you. Thank you for coming in.
Of course. I don't want to take too much of your time.
No, I know this is the last thing you want to be doing. I know it's been a long time, and I'm sorry to do this after so long, but, well, with clearing the stage out, nobody really wanted to touch Harper's dressing room, and it didn't feel right, but we need the space back, so I went in there and saw some of her items, and wanted to make sure they got to you without just showing up on your doorstep. She does not let go of your hand this entire time she's talking.
Yeah. Well, better making it back to me than some collector on eBay or something.
Like, there's that too. She will finally let go of her hand and walk over to a box that she's got on the side of a desk. She picks it up. It looks heavy-ish. And she brings it over to you. She was the soul of that set, you know. She always talked about you and Isla. Showed me a photo of Isla's report card once, and she was so proud. Prouder than any award. Any award she'd ever won, even. She was a wonderful person, and I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, me too. Is this everything?
She will. Yeah, she'll hesitate a little, but then hand the box towards you. Can you give me another perception and alertness check?
Absolutely.
Difficulty 6.
That is going to be 4 successes.
Ooh, nice.
These dice love me tonight.
Yeah. So not only do you see, as you kind of look into the box, you see a mug that Isla gave Harper. It says, "World's okayest mom." It's got a little chip in the rim. You shake your head, look away quickly, and look up to the windows that look out over the overcast skies and the rain pouring down and drizzling down, really. And on the window, the drips of water spell the word help before they slide down the window and clear. You realize Veronica's been talking as you zoned out a little, just babbling to fill space is what you'd consider it.
So what's next for Veronica Steele?
Well, I've got a couple of new projects in the pipeline and hoping that one of them gets picked up by the network. You know how it is.
Mm-hmm. Well, good luck.
You too. Call me if you need anything. Do you leave?
He's gonna pause for a minute. I would like to make a willpower roll not to do what he wants to do.
Cool, do it.
Okay. Okay, I gave myself difficulty 8 and I got 1 success.
Okay.
If I think of anything, I'll let you know.
Of course. The studio's always here for you. You know that's not entirely true.
Jen, you want to spend a hurt them more for me to do this?
I mean, sure, why not? Let's do it.
He'll pause at the door as he's headed out and turn. There's one thing. You got his address? Is he still working here? The driver.
No, he doesn't still work here. I'm sorry, I can't give out any other information.
I guess you can't do shit for me. And he's just gonna walk out.
Fair enough. Maya's in the hallway. She kind of startles as you come out, but based on your exit, I'm sure you kind of just walk past her.
Just gonna push past her, and if she tries to guide, he'll probably say something, but other than that, he's just gonna go.
She will just follow you out. She hesitates for a moment, and you maybe Colt doesn't expect this, but the audience sees this of her looking at Veronica and then looking back at you storming off down the hall, and she just like follows you, but she never can keep up with your stride. You
Cool.
exit the building. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, he's just gonna head outside onto the rainy streets.
Yeah. Cool. You head outside. You, with the rain, not knowing exactly how much you'd be carrying, and frankly, you know better than to drive your motorcycle this distracted, you had opted for the SkyTrain to get here. So you go to the SkyTrain to head back home. You're on the platform under the fluorescent lights that are doing they're not doing anybody any favors. The box is slightly damp now. You board a westbound train, and the doors hiss shut behind you. You do all this a bit in a fog, I expect.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of just rote action. The train rumbles into motion, and everything just kind of settles. Do you keep your phone with a ringer on, or just vibrate, or silent?
Probably on vibrate.
Okay. Vibrates in your pocket. The caller ID says Isla.
Hey. What's up, Sugar Bear?
For a minute, there's silence. For a second, there's silence. And then you hear a crystal clear snippet of a past conversation with Harper. I love you too. Then there's static. And you hear Isla's voice. Dad? Dad, are you there? The connection is weird.
Yeah, I'm up. I'm on the SkyTrain. It's
Oh, yeah. That plus the rain, probably making stuff weird. I just wanted to know if I could go out with some friends.
which friends?
Oh, you know, Shelby and Miranda from school. I've had them over for dinner.
Yep, Yeah. Don't be out too late, okay?
I won't. Promise. Love you, Dad.
I mean it this time.
We're just going shopping. The shop's, closed, so we won't be out too late.
All right. See you when you get home.
Love you.
Love you too.
She hangs up.
I didn't see the fake ID in your purse. That's what I get for looking in there in the first place.
Any child of yours and Harper would be a little on the wild side. Still good. Still solid. But she's got to test some boundaries.
Yeah. probably best. I don't think that Colt wants to see her when he gets home with this.
Fair. You go back on autopilot a little bit. The SkyTrain does, in this version of Vancouver, does actually go out towards your house in North Van, just not this line. And at Commercial Broadway, you get off the train, but instead of gravitating towards one of the lines that would get you towards Waterfront faster, you actually end up in the crowd for the Pacific line. And as you see the sign for the Pacific line train, you think maybe you really don't want to be alone. Your brother's probably at the dry dock down in Gastown. You could stop in there. Or if he's not, at least this would take you to Waterfront too, so it's not like you're going out of your way.
Yeah. Let's see what Rem's up to. Besides, this box ain't gonna make it all the way back.
Give me a perception and alertness at difficulty of 5 for this one. Because it's a little more obvious, but you're still a little foggy.
One success on that one.
Ooh.
Almost
Ooh,
failed.
Good. As you kind of walk with the crowd, because there's an overpass to where the lines for the Pacific Line is, or for where the tracks.
Yeah, for those who aren't
Excuse me.
used to Vancouver, the Commercial Broadway is a mess of a station. Like it's.
And I made it more of a mess.
Oh God.
Actually, I didn't. I actually put the Pacific Line over towards Clark Commercial, so it's technically a block away, but I did it like kind of in between, so there's a short bit to go in like an overpass, but it's not also not right at Commercial Broadway. Anyway, as you're kind of in that crowd, you are only really vaguely aware of anyone else who's around you, but you do just your normal kind of parental sense really feels the ripple in the crowd of people moving around a person. And there's a space around this one slow moving figure. He's made of layers. He's shuffling with a gait that never quite lifts his feet from the grimy floor. He's homeless for sure. People are giving him a wide berth, and their eyes are just kind of sliding over him without ever really landing. He's invisible in the crowd. He's heading your same direction as you, towards the Pacific Line.
No. He's not causing any trouble, so I don't care.
No.
How bad does he look?
Not bad. If you try and catch a glimpse of his face, it's mostly tired, just like grizzled beard. He doesn't have a cart or like heavy bags or anything like that. He's just traveling along. Walking slowly, but as you approach the next track, you get on the train and he ends up in the same car as you. He settles down in a corner, seems to just close his eyes, sleep. Maybe he's heading towards the downtown east side because that's where this track leads, more or less.
I'll keep an eye on him.
Yeah. You settle in.
Look familiar at all? Does he look familiar at all?
Give me let's do perception and intuition because it's a skill on these sheets.
4, 10, 1, 1.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you doesn't look familiar at all.
Okay. Well, when we get, I'll keep an eye on him just to make sure that no punk kids mess with him or anything like that, because he's got a hard enough
Yeah.
life as it is. But if he's still sleeping in a few minutes, like when we get to the station, Colt will probably, does he got anything on him, anything he's carrying?
Not really, no. It just seems like maybe in his pockets, but he's got a lot of layers, a lot of pockets. Nothing external, though.
Yeah, he'll probably try to slip like a 20 into his pocket or something when he's not paying attention. Doesn't want to make a big deal about it, but just kind of, there's anywhere that he could kind of put it on the guy without him noticing. Or drawing attention to the fact that he's giving him charity.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, you've got several stops to go, so you've got a bit of time to figure that out. Maybe move a little closer as other people get in the car or whatever. A lot of people are giving him a berth, so, they're trying to not be in that area. He doesn't smell or anything. It's just people being like, homeless people. Right? But yeah, give me just while we're here, like what would that be?
Probably Dex and
Larceny?
Larceny. Yeah, probably
Dex
Dex and
and
Larceny.
yeah, give me Dex and Larceny. We're using both of those skills now.
Oh, hell yeah. No, I reverse pickpocket him with a 10, an 8, and a 7.
Nice. Yeah, you can absolutely slip him some cash. You settle in for the ride. And the rain continues to drizzle outside. As we leave Colt with his thoughts, let's shift our focus to Samuel. High up above the Paradox Hotel, which is a real thing.
Let me see. How dare you?
It's don't ask what it used to be. That's the worst part.
I was literally
What did it
scrolling
used to
through.
be?
I was scrolling through Google Maps and I'm like looking for a spot, and then I just turn the camera and it's like Paradox. I'm like, oh hi.
It used to be Trump Tower.
Yeah. But it is only about half a hotel. In the real world, the rest of it's supposed to be condos, but I've co-opted some commercial floors essentially. But Samuel's high up above the Paradox Hotel at his desk on the 34th floor, Kensington and Locke. You navigate the quiet, climate-controlled expanse of the office. The scent of burnt coffee from the break room follows you as you head back towards your desk. The space is almost a church of quiet productivity. The only sounds being the soft clicking of keyboards and the distant, almost subliminal hum of the server farm. You pass a couple colleagues. They nod curtly at you in greeting, as you probably return it in kind. Without really breaking stride, you don't really have anything to discuss with them. Everybody has their own work to do. You arrive at your personal sanctuary, your little cube office. Place a mug of coffee down. And on the monitor in front of you, displays a chaotic mess of the North Star shipping audit. But you like puzzles. You like bringing stuff to order. Please describe yourself.
Samuel is early 30s, broad but an average build, face, light mustache and beard, that dark brown that matches his short, kind of messy hair, wears like black framed glasses. Kind of has a really calm demeanor about him whenever people come to talk to him.
Okay. you start bringing order to the spreadsheets in front of you. Stuff starts clicking into place. You like when that happens. Finding the faults in somebody else's work. Give me a perception and alertness check. Difficulty 6. Actually, difficulty 4, sorry, for you. You're literally staring at the screen, so.
5 successes.
Yeah, nice. You blink as you stare at the screen, feeling a little bit of eye strain. So you do, the normal, okay, I've looked at the screen for a bit. I gotta look away at something in the middle distance, further distance, break up the monotony. And you look back, and for the briefest moment, until you blink it away, you think that the cells of the spreadsheet are all filled with the word liar. But you blink and it's back to numbers. It
He's
never
gonna
really
put-
changed, though.
Takes his glasses out, gets the cloth, cleans them, put them back on, going, all right, weird.
Oh, you must be getting tired. You need this coffee. That's why you got the coffee.
Yes, exactly.
You hear some soft footsteps on the carpet just outside your cube, and a young man, mid-30s, young man. He looks younger, but he is probably in his mid-30s. He kind of pokes his head around. He's got, annoying, if he'd bleached the ends, he would have annoying 90s spikes. It's that hairstyle, but without the bleached ends. He's definitely got a bro vibe. And it's your colleague, Markham. You hate that name, but it's his name. And he would consider himself your rival, whether or not you consider yourself his.
Probably not. Probably more of an annoyance.
Yep. Probably, yep. But he just kind of leans in with his own coffee mug. Still wrestling with that North Star disaster, Bishop? Sometimes you have to accept that not all the numbers want to be saved.
What are you talking about?
He
Just a
thinks
matter of
he's smart
finding
with
them.
that. He thinks he's smart with that answer, with that response. Matter of finding them, right? Yeah, that's what you say. Well, good luck, I guess. He just walks off. You're pretty sure he did
Can't
that
handle
just
the
to
joke.
annoy you.
Not my fault you can't handle the harder cases.
Give me another perception and alertness, and this is going to be difficulty of 6.
Thanks for being nice for now. We'll see how long that lasts. That's 4.
Good. You hear the elevator doors ding open, which isn't a problem in and of itself. Anyone who comes in who's not who doesn't work here will get wrangled by Maria, the receptionist who's been here 10 years and takes zero shit from anyone. She's the only person who has verbally put Markham in his place, and he's respected it. Very surprising, given what he does, given how he thinks of women most of the time. But you hear Maria's voice louder than you normally hear it. Sir, can I help you? You need to sign in. What do you do? If
Probably
anything?
stop what he's doing and kind of peeks out of his...
You see a you see someone you would describe as bland. He's just a young dude in jeans, a nondescript rain jacket with the hood up, though it kind of slides back as he walks. He's holding a manila envelope, and he is walking straight towards you. Samuel Bishop?
It's me. And you are...
He drops the manila envelope literally on the ground next to you. He doesn't even try to aim for your desk or anything. It's just on the ground. He goes, "You've been served," and he walks out.
Watches him go down, going, "What the fuck?" And goes, picks up the envelope and expects it.
On the front of the envelope, in the top left corner, is the return address, Blackwell Fairchild, LLP. And in the middle, on a label, is just your name. There are no stamps. There's no address on it. Otherwise, it is completely plain.
The company name recognizable?
Not to your knowledge. It's one of the many lawyers' offices in the city. You haven't done any work specifically for them. You know that much.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you open it?
Yep.
You pull out a... how to describe this? You pull out a bunch of paper that's professionally bound by brass fasteners on the side. That would open like a book, but it doesn't have a cover on it, let's put it that way. However, the top page has very official writing on it. Notice of civil claim. And there's a red stamp that says Vancouver Supreme Court Registry. As you look at the stamp, it looks wet, fresh, maybe. You touch it a little bit, and it comes off on your fingers, and it kind of smells like blood. But then you realize that no, it's just a wax stamp seal kind of thing. Just a little bit wet from maybe the rain got to it, you think?
Start skimming through it to see who's trying to serve me.
So it is between Axiom Global Logistics Inc. and Samuel Bishop. You have been officially served. You have 21 days from the date you are served with this document to file a claim. You read the details. Just skim them just to get a sense of what's happening here. And remember that around April of this year, you had done a job for Axiom Global Logistics to do a comprehensive forensic audit. And they tried to bribe you. You said no. This is their response. You read the facts, and they're wrong, for one. You know they're wrong, but they're logical, and you know that's a problem. At the bottom, you see, or at the bottom of the final page, you see plaintiff's lawyer, Graham Lockwood, junior partner, Blackwell Fairchild, LLP. And you see a line that says the address of the defendant for service is, and then an address that is not your home or work address. But maybe they got that wrong. They found you here anyway. There's something else in the envelope.
Oh no. I pull it out.
There's a key at the bottom of the envelope. It's just stamped with the letters DP.
I go to my computer and punch in the address on the document and see what the internet gives me.
Yeah, it directs you to a... The chat's going crazy. It's fun. It directs you to a location in kind of near commercial, like commercial area. It's supposed to be the headquarters of a storage company. Maybe they have storage lockers there or something. Maybe this goes to a storage locker. You don't know. Why you'd be given a key to a storage locker, who knows?
Concerning. I think while he's doing all that, he's going to message his supervisor saying, we need to talk ASAP. An urgent matter has come up.
Okay. What is your goal in that meeting? Your supervisor accepts instantly. When you say it's urgent, it's urgent.
Essentially informing them that the company is not being sued. I'm being sued by Axom because I'm sure I've told my boss about this audit in this meeting. And essentially filling in on all the details. Saying I'm going to need info to everything I did.
Excellent. That takes probably the rest of your day. Your supervisor is on your side. He knows who you are and that you wouldn't do what this civil notice is really, but you wouldn't do what it's saying. For reference, they are... Where is it here? So yeah, they're saying that they provided you with specific and confidential guidance. This guidance, based on information from an internal source, directed your attention to a series of offshore accounts and transfer protocols associated with the company's former chief financial officer, Mr. Julian Thorne. And that you were explicitly advised that these specific accounts were the subject of significant internal concern and warranted the highest level of professional scrutiny, and you ignored them, and breached your contractual duties, your duty of care, fiduciary duty to AGL, failed to properly investigate, blah, blah, blah. They are suing you for $25 million. And due to your professional negligence and failure to detect the fraud that was happening. The meeting takes the rest of your day. The initial anxious panic you probably felt from seeing especially that very large number and that it's a personal lawsuit fades a little as you realize there are people in your corner. There are people to help. And it's going to be okay. What do you do after your workday's done?
How far is this random address from the office?
Do you go home first at all, or do you just...
if my home's closer, I'll go home first. If the
Okay.
random
They're
key location's
kind of-
closer, I'll
Yeah, they're
equal
kind of in
distance.
opposite directions, but your home is closer. You have to take the SkyTrain over to where the office is, so it's up to you.
Yeah, he'll probably go home first. Grab, like, probably relax for a little bit after work, decompress, then make his way out to the random weird location.
Sure. As you're walking, actually, as you leave the building, can you give me a perception and alertness check? You leave your work building, I should say.
What's my difficulty?
Difficulty of 6.
Who?
Yeah. As the air from outside kind of hits you, it's not really colder than what was in the building because the building hasn't quite switched over to heat yet. It's not full air conditioning, but they're just trying to save money by not turning on the heat yet. But the kind of wet hits you as you walk into it. And a bus speeds by, kind of blowing more wet into your face. And as you kind of spot it as it's coming by, you recognize one of the ads that are on the side, and it's a personal injury lawyer ad. Normally it says, "Have you been injured?" But as it passes by, you could swear it says, "Innocence is a lie." But the bus is gone, and you can't double check that.
Probably
Stress
just
must be getting to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always just stress. You walk home. It's not that far, even in the wet and the cold, and you know that you can have a hot shower when you get there. When you reach your building, you pull out your key to open the front door, and it doesn't work.
The doorknob look changed.
This is your building, and it's like the front door of the building that your key isn't working for. And it is one of those older buildings where you have a key for the front door and then a key for your door. But there's also a call box, so you could always, or you probably have their number, you could always just find or get the landlord to buzz you in.
You'll do that. Go on. Might need a new key now. Great.
Do you use the call box or do you try and call them?
I use the call box.
Okay. Yeah, you punch their number in and it does a little click, click, click. And then, hello? It's your landlord's voice. Landlady's
Hey, this
voice,
is Samuel.
probably.
I can't get in the building. I think my key's broken.
I'm sorry, who?
Samuel Bishop?
There's no Samuel Bishop here.
What do you mean? I've lived here for quite some time now. You don't recognize me?
No, I don't know. What apartment are you in?
You'll give her the apartment number.
No, that's been empty for months.
Months? Months.
Yes, months. Then Samuel Bishop wasn't the person here before. I can't remember their name. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go now. Goodbye. We just hangs up.
Shit. Pulls out that key going. I'm gonna go here. My stuff is here, isn't it?
You head towards that address. It's supposed to be for a storage company. You really hope your stuff's there. Or at the very least, an answer of some variety. It takes some time. What are you thinking about as you walk to the closest station, get on a SkyTrain or a bus or whatever, just something to get you over to that area? What are you thinking about?
Probably trying to figure out, it's like, why is the landlady not actually remember me, or she's just trying not to get involved and knows what happened. He's just trying to process, okay, what did they do? I'm pretty sure, and how did they do it so quickly?
You slept there last night.
Yeah, I was just there. I went to work this morning, left there.
Yep.
Matter of hours,
Yep.
Everything's gone.
Yep. When you reach the address on the civil notice, all you find is a nondescript, empty storefront squeezed between a vape shop and a boarded up laundromat. However, you do see that there's a desk inside. Might be a store, or it might be an empty storefront, but there is a desk inside, and there is something taped to that desk. However, you can't read it from here.
Go up to the door and try the weird key I have.
Da-da-da. So I'm going to use a something good happens and make that key work because I found a plot hole in my plot.
Oh no!
But wait, something good happens. So here you go. The key works, which is very weird. But you go over to the desk and there's a work order receipt from the, I guess, moving / storage company this was supposed to be. But the only things it says on it is Samuel Bishop and then what feels like a fucking puzzle for you to solve. DP World Centrum 6AW32. I will put that in our private chat just so that you have
Please
it.
do.
You solve puzzles for a living. You have a smartphone. You're very intelligent. You figure you can probably figure this out. But it is fucking annoying that you can't go have a hot shower right now.
Really is.
Yep.
I got nothing better to do now, so.
Do you try and Google the words that are there?
Oh, absolutely. Punch into different search engines with, like, probably AI apps, just like get different references to try to figure out, does this mean anything to anything online?
You find a partial answer pretty quick, actually. And first you realize that the key that you have is stamped with the letters DP. And DP World is a shipping company with berths at what's called Centrum, which is Centennial Terminal, I think, or something like that. I can't remember what it actually stands for, but it is down by the port of Vancouver. So I'm not even going to make you you have the intelligence to figure this part out based on everything else I've said. You don't know exactly what the letters and numbers mean, but you're going to bet it corresponds to a shipping container.
Probably just sat outside going, fuck. All right. Go lock the door and head out.
You are, however, next to Clark Commercial Station and can get on the Pacific Line that heads to Gastown, which would be the closest place for you to get off and walk over there. Actually, technically, I think you probably, if you wanted to get off the SkyTrain closer, you could get like more in the downtown east side, but you're familiar with Vancouver and are like, I don't want to get off the SkyTrain in downtown east side. I'm going to ride at one extra stop and walk a little further.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. You walk to Clark Commercial Station. And you board the train. You actually give me another perception and alertness check. Difficulty of, let's say 8, because this is harder. Although tell me if you get any 7s, just because I want to know.
No, I got 1 8. I got 8, 5, 6, 2, 4.
Okay, cool. We'll take the 8. You stand there. You notice kind of this larger biker-ish looking guy holding a box. You see a homeless man just shuffling up towards the train. And then you glance at the large illuminated map of the SkyTrain system. And the whole thing starts to pulse and turn dark. And the station names have rewritten themselves to have labels like stomach, lungs, spleen. And just before it flickers back, you see that Waterfront Station is marked as the Maw. And then it's back to normal. And your day is fucking weird.
Want sleep, but I can't sleep yet. I'm going to go take a seat and
you get on the train.
Zone out.
You find yourself in the same car as the man with the box and the homeless man falling asleep in the corner, and a couple of other people, but those are the people who catch your eye. And you zone out and look out the wet window as the SkyTrain heads out. Across the city, far from Samuel's distress, Todd is enjoying his day. He's in his element, kneeling on his driveway in the warm golden light of a crisp autumn afternoon. There are rain clouds in the distance, but here, for now, the sun remains. Tools are laid out neatly beside him as he points out the problem on his neighbor Jim's broken-down lawnmower to his oldest daughter. The air is a perfect mix of damp fallen leaves, a neighbor's barbecue starting up, and the savory promise of the chili his wife is making. Distant sounds of a tennis ball thwacking against a garage door and the happy shrieks of his youngest playing in the yard are the soundtrack to his contentment. This is what life is about: fixing things, helping neighbors, and sharing what you know. It's a perfect day. I'm telling you, Todd, it's a goner, Jim sighs from his spot, leaning against the garage. Todd, please describe yourself as you shield your eyes from the sun and look over at your neighbor.
Todd is not through any means of working out or, you know, going to the gym at all, but like a fairly large statured man has been working in the trades his whole life, and is usually seen with some sort of like work shirt on. Kind of got a Jude Law tasteful level hairline going, and has you know, a comfortable level of gut to him, as any good neighborhood dad would have.
Yeah.
And what might be, you know, an intimidating, like maybe like 6'3", like very tall person is offset by you know, soft-spoken voice and a cheery smile, and just has kind of like neighborhood dad energy, you know,
Yep.
helping kids
Good guy dad.
get back on their bike, picking up any recycling that's managed by the neighbors on his like way by, that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
And he's just gonna fold his arms and scratch his head, and he's like, "Oh well, no, no, it's not too far gone, Jim. Do you have the right gas in it?"
Oh, I think so. I don't really remember. I threw out the instruction manual. But
You're not
but
putting
just,
like gasoline in it, right?
I don't. No, it's a diesel, right? Putting.
Well, you put diesel in it?
If it's a diesel, I do.
Oh, oh, geez. We'll tell you what. I'll take a look for you there.
I appreciate it. I don't really have the funds to pick up another one, and all the grass is still growing like crazy despite it being almost winter.
Oh well, yeah, Jim. You know, grass will do that until you know, until it don't. But don't. Well, where'd you get the diesel from? Using the same things for your that chainsaw you got last summer?
Yeah, I think so. Is just get a can of the stuff and you know, I'd go down to the station, pick some up, bring it back, use that for everything.
Tell you what, what if you could feel free to say no, of course, but you know, my oldest is saving up money, you know, already thinking of getting out of here, even though they still got another year left. Why don't you throw her a few bucks every couple weeks and she'll take care of the lot?
Your oldest is actually right there and like looking like underneath the like right down, half paying attention but not really, and she goes, yeah, I'll chip in, like I'll help you out. And she goes, oh, that's real nice of you, darling. Yeah, that sounds good, we can do that, appreciate it.
And then you don't need to buy a new one.
Yeah, exactly. Saves me a bundle. Your daughter, from kind of looking on the ground, goes, Dad, I think it also needs a new gasket.
How new is this, Jim?
Oh, I got it like 10, 15 years ago, like 95, you know?
Oh, yeah, 10, 15 years ago. I remember it like it was 95.
Yeah, I guess it's been a bit longer than that, hasn't it? Oh, these years though, they sure do be going.
Oh, well, at least you don't need to buy a new one.
Oh, well. Your daughter points out the piece that it needs as well, and it is an older lawnmower, so you're pretty sure that it's not necessarily a gasket you're gonna find in any hardware store, but there is a hardware store you like to visit downtown area that will probably have it, and you know, you always like a trip into town if you don't have to drive anyway. Give me a perception and alertness check.
Perception and alertness.
Yeah.
And by the way, I've sent you the sheet and updated the names on the dogs.
Yay.
I'm all caught up. Things
Exciting.
Perception? Todd's dice are going to be these blue ones. These sky blue ones. Sorry, that was perception
And alertness, difficulty 6.
One success.
Okay. As you're kind of checking out, making sure you don't need anything else to fix this thing up, you hear that thwacking sound of a tennis ball against like someone's garage door or something like that. Just a kid throwing a ball around, seems. But for a second, you could swear it sounds more meaty than that. More like meat hitting the wall. But no, it's just a tennis ball. You're sure.
Meat.
Maybe you're just thinking of the barbecue too much. I mean, with the rain approaching, barbecue might not happen for whoever's grilling now, but maybe that's why you think it sounded like meat.
Oh, we got maybe one or probably only one more barbecue in the summer. Well, I guess it's not summer.
It's
anymore.
really fall, yeah.
Oh. Well, I can dream.
You know, maybe there will be like there's the summer, and then you have that little bit of cold weather that's the fall, and then summer comes back for a little bit. So you might be able to squeeze out one more of those.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
All right, I know a guy, or at least I know a parts guy.
Oh, thanks, Todd. I appreciate it. Let me know how much it costs. I'll reimburse you.
Oh, if it's even worth salvaging, I'll let you know. The nice thing about these is, the less complicated.
Yeah,
Parts aplenty.
yeah. Those new ones with all the bells and whistles and like buttons. They're just give me a good old push mower. I'm happy.
I'm gonna slap him on the shoulder and be like, "Everything's connected to Bluetooth these days, huh?"
Oh God, don't get me started on Bluetooth.
You buy a new one, you might need a subscription service.
I need a subscription to piss these days. No, forgive my language, darling, says to your daughter, who just ignores him.
I think she hears worse at school.
Yeah, probably.
Read the mouth on. Well, you remember what? Oh, geez. Grade 11. Oh, going into grade 12. Oh.
Yep, that's me. she says, completely unfazed by all of the dadding that is happening over there.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, I'll leave you to it and go look for this part.
Yeah, I'll flush this out while you're gone, Dad. It could use a bit of a clean.
Well, aren't you the most helpful handy woman in town?
Well, if you want a good paying job these days, you gotta go into trades, you know?
Look, see, it's like the things I'm saying are paying off.
Love you too, Dad.
All right, here we go. And I look
You
for
had-
the tennis ball / meat.
Oh yeah, it's just
ball.
a kid throwing a tennis ball against the wall. Yeah.
Weird.
You head to SkyTrain, head downtown. You remember on the way that your wife's birthday and your daughter's birthday both are coming up kind of quick. They have that weird between Canadian Thanksgiving and Christmas birthdays. One in late October, one in November. So you're like, oh, well, a little shopping trip. It's good, even in the rain. It's a good day. You stop in at the hardware store that and manage to score the gasket, and the guy goes, if that doesn't fit, then he needs a new rig. But it's the last one I got, so you can have it, and he'll ring you up and continue on your merry way. Stop at a bookstore. Pick up something for your wife. Can you give me another perception and alertness? Difficulty 6 as you're walking about.
Alertness or aware? Those are two different things in this system. Right.
Yeah, but we're going alertness.
always
It's
need
more of a looking for things at this point. Or seeing things when it's visual.
Notice me, senpai. One's takeaway from success.
They do.
Dorn. One success.
Cool. As you're crossing the street to get to the bookstore, the walk symbol, as it changes at a crosswalk you're crossing, instead of being a little white man, little white stick figure person, changes to a frantic stick figure man who's being chased. As you get closer, it's just a normal walk sign. You don't know what you're thinking.
That was weird. Oh, my dad always said, like, you think you're fine, and then just one day you're gonna need glasses, just overnight.
Yeah, you think maybe you should schedule an optometrist appointment just to get checked. It's probably a good idea.
Did it still make that chew, 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 chirp sound?
Yep.
Well, at least it ain't broken.
Yeah, it's not broken. Probably just your eyes.
All right.
As you pay for a couple of books, one you got for your wife, one for your daughter, your phone either rings or buzzes, however you have it set.
Oh, I'm gonna check it.
It's a number you have saved, but for a minute you aren't sure who it is, and then you suddenly click because it says it just says Lonsdale Key, and you're like, what? I have this number saved as this. What is... Oh, and you answer it, and there's a happy voice on the other end going, hey Todd, that you?
Hello?
Hey, it's Michael down over in the Key. You know that item you wanted? That I don't even know what to call it. Anyways, I got one, but I can only hold it for you till the end of the day. And now this is something you ordered and are very excited to get. I didn't specify what it was because I didn't know what Todd would want because I just got your character sheet like 10 minutes ago. Yay. But you definitely want to go get it. So that's the gist.
This is downtownish.
So it's technically on the North Shore, but you have to go to the waterfront so you can take the sea bus over. And currently you are in like Yaletown, Strathcona area. So
Well, it
close to
looks like
downtown,
it's,
but you might as well hop the SkyTrain.
Looks like it's one of those item quest days.
Yep. Todd's used to these. You've had a few of them, but they're always fun and successful. And, you know, you can always treat yourself to a coffee before you go all the way down there. The vendor's not going to close for a couple of hours. He just said by the end of the day, that's how long he can hold it for. But you can always swing by, grab a coffee, make a day out of it. You know, it's a good day.
Perfect. Well, as the only thing that can make it better would be if you know, it stopped raining. So let's go check it out.
Yeah. Do you stop for coffee or anything, or do you just head on down?
No, let's grab a coffee.
Cool. There's a Luna coffee around the corner, because of course there is. They're everywhere, you know. And you've been to this one a couple of times. There's a couple of sites kind of nearby, like art gallery, stuff like that you've been to, mostly because your wife or daughters drag you down there, but you always have a good time. You just don't choose to do them necessarily.
Story of my life.
You'd be a good husband and dad, and you go with them when they want you to go with them. But you have met the barista, whose name is Sarah. And as she sees you come in, there's no line when you get there. It's a lucky day. What can you say? There's no line, and Sarah goes, "Oh, hey, Mr. Breaker. What you looking for? What do you want today?"
Oh, I know I shouldn't, but the temptation for an iced coffee.
Yeah.
Let's do black iced coffee.
You got it. You want anything to snack on while I'm doing this? She's like, starts getting it ready.
Oh, I don't want to spoil my appetite.
Come on, we got fresh cinnamon buns.
Oh, what the heck. You convinced me.
Excellent. She's gonna tap it into the register, give you a price. We'll give you a coffee and cinnamon bun, and I would like another perception and alertness check. Difficulty of 6.
Woohoo! And you... Wow, my brain is off tonight. I swear I've been in the Vampire Chronicles forever. Match... Yes. So 3, actually.
Nice. As you watch her get your coffee ready and all that, you catch a glimpse of her reflection in the like polished chrome of the espresso machine, and for a split second, until she moves, it just weirdly looks like a hollowed eye skull. But then she moves and it's just a blur again. So maybe you're just thinking it's spooky season. Maybe that's it. You're getting Halloween decoration ideas.
Oh, the windows reflect off of cars and reflect off of across the street.
Yep, just weird stuff. She hands you coffee, cinnamon bun, and wishes you a great rest of your day, and you head on out to the SkyTrain to head down to Waterfront, catch the sea bus over to North Van. It's been a good day. It's been a successful day. As you get on the train as it pulls up the Pacific Line, you get into a car where there's a few people, including this kind of bit rough-looking biker dude with a huge scar and a box on his lap. There's a guy sleeping in a bit passed out. Probably this might have been a stop, but he's asleep, so maybe he just rides it to keep warm. That's also an option. And as you step onto the train, two fairly well-dressed men and a young woman also get on at the same stop. As you step onto the train, though, you get this sudden, intense feeling, this certain feeling that despite it being a perfect day, despite succeeding at all of your tasks and having a delicious coffee and cinnamon bun to snack on while you ride the train, for some reason, there's this doubt in your head, this feeling of that all of the good that you are doing is utterly and completely pointless. But you take a bite of the cinnamon bun and sit down, and the feeling passes. Weird. Not sure you've ever felt that before, but you're getting older. Maybe that's just how getting older feels.
So this is what they say when the people have the blues, maybe.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. But we will continue on. Well, Todd enjoys the simple piece of his afternoon errands. A different reality plays out in the rain-slicked heart of the downtown east side. Daniel, you pedal slowly down East Hastings. Your bike tires hiss on the wet asphalt. You have a milk crate that you've connected to your bike that is loaded with thermoses of hot coffee and wrapped food. You stop, balancing the bike with one hand as you pass a steaming cup to a figure huddled under a soaked blanket. And as you hand over the coffee, you meet this man's eyes, and the face is what you'd expect, weathered by the street and framed by a tangled graying beard. But the eyes are different. They aren't clouded or vacant the way you're used to seeing. They're a sharp, startling blue, and they lock onto yours with an unnerving clarity. For just a moment, there's a flicker in their depths, a glint of some wild and unsettling intelligence that seems entirely out of place, before the man looks away and takes the coffee with a quiet mutter of thanks. Please describe yourself as you pedal off to the next section of tents.
Daniel's a fairly tall man with slightly stylized hair and a full beard. He wears comfy, if a little rugged clothing, gray sweater, open vest to keep warm, and is it's quite a bit of a stocky build. Like, he does exercise, but has definitely let himself go a little bit over the years, and he's generally always like trying to be happy, trying to be that positive force, but you can tell by the wrinkles around his eyes that he's starting to kind of wear down and get a bit tired.
Yeah. It's hard being down here. Not as hard as these people have it, obviously. And that's really the one thought that kind of keeps you afloat. But everything is just a constant low-grade crisis that is about to escalate into a full-blown emergency. And you are tired of emergencies. There are so many smells down here. Not all of them good. Not all of them bad. And with the rain soaking into everything, you catch the sour, sharp scent of overflowing dumpsters mixed in with the smell of wet wool and just an overall smell of despair, you think, is that smell, is you'd probably call it. It's nothing coherent, it's nothing clear, but it is just a mishmash of various smells as you ride down the street. For a moment, the smell of the familiar acrid smell of the garbage in the dumpsters, and as you ride down, it vanishes, and you expect it to come back as you pass another round of dumpsters, but instead you get a sudden noseful of the sweet cloying scent of blood and decay, a scent you're intimately familiar with. But then it's gone, and the garbage comes back.
I'll stop. And I know, he'll just kind of look where he thinks it might have come from for a moment, and he'll get off his bike and he'll try and see. He can't let that pass.
As you walk over there, you realize you don't know what you are actually smelling. You don't have a sense of smell. That you couldn't have smelled blood. But you check anyway. And you don't find anything.
Oh, maybe I need some more medication. I'm going to go over and I'm going to help myself to one of those coffees. Like, okay, you know what? That's good. Nothing's wrong. He'll say to himself, nothing's wrong. Let's keep going.
Yep. You swig some of the coffee and just shake your head, clear it a bit. And yeah, you just double check and you're like, nope, that sense of smell is still gone. Okay, that was just, it must have just been some sort of memory washing over you. You try not to think about that too hard. You continue riding down the street and hand out coffee. You have some blankets that you can hand people as well. You're heading towards the church where you volunteer, but you do this every morning anyway. Get a bunch of coffee, some food, and take it down to those who really need it. You stop next to one of the larger tent city areas. about 5 or 6 tents on the side, and it's pretty quiet and desolate. Nobody really comes and moseys these people along anymore. They just kind of accept that this is home for them. They've given up on the east side. Do you keep your phone with a ringer or vibrate?
Vibrate.
Okay. It buzzes in your pocket.
Daniel
You
here.
pick it up, and first there's nothing, and you pull the phone away, and it's just a black screen. You hold it back up, and you hear a faint, distorted voice. Tell me, was it your brother who died out here?
Yeah.
It's his voice saying, "Don't let them take her!" And then it's gone.
I'll drop the phone. Jesus.
It cracks on the sidewalk, joining one of a few cracks probably on your phone. In fact, you're not even sure if there's a new one.
I'm gonna pick it up and examine it, make sure it's not too broken, and I'm gonna send an email to my therapist and say, hey, I think I need to make another appointment sometime soon. It's not a good day.
Fair enough. You send that off.
And just kind of shake a little bit.
Breathe. Center yourself.
I got this.
Can you give me a perception and alertness check? Difficulty of, let's say 6 to notice it before it happens.
Does discerning count?
Yes, in this instant.
That'll be 3.
Cool. You spot her across the street and down a little ways. A bundled, almost plump form, due to how many layers she's wearing. Her clothes are dirty, but serviceable. And she is walking towards you very quickly, and you recognize her as a fixture of this area. Her name is Sky. She's spent a lot of hard years on the street, but her eyes are still sharp. And she doesn't miss anything. She is on the street more for non-drug reasons, we'll put it that way. It's partially a choice for her. I say partially because there aren't systems set up for people like her. However, she approaches you quickly, having spotted you, and grabs your arm with a strong grip, her knuckles white as she grips your coat. Daniel, it's Jenna. Yeah. She's gone. She went off with them.
Wait, with who? What's going? Let's.
You know those guys? They're probably part of a gang or something. I don't know, but there's been people who have been just going missing. Not a lot at a time, but Jenna, she went with them. I saw her.
Okay. What? All right. Let's take me to where you last saw her. Let's go. Let's see what we can find out. Okay.
Okay.
Here, have a coffee and tell me everything you can.
Okay. She shakes as she takes coffee from you and takes a sip, and it does seem to center her. And as she takes a sip, you do recall that there have been occasional disappearances. There's some rumors of trafficking of people. There's some, sometimes people do just go missing on the street. That is always a possibility. Sometimes they do die, or they wander off somewhere else, or they're taken. And most of the time, people don't see them get taken or see them leave. But Sky describes to you this girl, Jenna. She's probably about 16, 17. Only been on the street for maybe 6 months. She has a drug problem, and that has ran away from home, from her foster home. She's a troubled kid, and you thought you were getting through to her. And what Sky is telling you is that 2 men walked off with her. She just followed them. They promised her a warm room and a hot meal, and she's no prostitute. But she went with them.
Okay, let's try and follow her and see if we can find out where they went and talk to her and see what's going on.
They were heading past Gastown. They're heading east towards the waterfront. You know what happens at the waterfront?
Yeah, all right, let's go. All right, we'll find her. We'll find her, okay, and make sure she's okay.
Okay.
Did anybody else see?
No, I was alone.
It's okay.
I should have stopped them. I should have done more.
We got to
Please
find
help.
out what's going on first.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on, let's go.
Yeah. She will follow you. And take you to where, I guess she'll lead you to where she last saw Jenna walking off. And points in the direction they went, and it is more towards the waterfront.
How long ago was this?
10, 15 minutes?
Okay.
Maybe if you ride your bike, you might be able to catch them if they go that way, if they stay on the street.
Yeah. Do you know if anyone else is nobody cares. Actually go to the church. The one I work out of.
The church?
And
Yep.
Let Slater know. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Great. You do that.
Okay,
And
I'll do
she'll
that.
be able to help you out. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And
I'll get on my
shuffle
bike and go.
quickly off. Yeah, she'll shuffle quickly off towards the church. You get on your bike and you ride. You ride quickly, and there's a couple of moments where you think something has. You stop for a moment to look because you think you see something, but you didn't. It's either just a crowd of people or there's that piece of graffiti that always freaks you out because the angel looks like it's looking at you, and then it's not. It's like one of those weird, like sci-fi angels. You pedal hard, and for a moment you think that the sound of your bike chain is just the rattling of bones, and you feel your anxiety spike. And you have no idea where she's gone. Can you give me... Let's do either intelligence or wits and intuition.
Does adaptable count?
Yes, absolutely it does.
Yay. That'll be 4.
You stop pedaling, realizing you're just riding with no real plan in place. And you pause, you breathe, you think. If you were trying to kidnap someone and it was on these busy streets, you wouldn't stay on the street. There's a SkyTrain station just over there. Underground, even though it's a SkyTrain. You think that's weird. It's our version of the subway. But you take the most direct and anonymous route out. You look over towards the station, and due to how fast you were riding and how they were attempting to remain inconspicuous, you spot 2 men, one taller, wearing a suit, looks very posh, not the kind of guy you associate with a gang. The other guy, for sure, he's definitely wearing a leather jacket and looks bulky and big. And between them is Jenna. Give me a perception alertness check, difficulty of 6.
Again, discerning?
Definitely discerning, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a 1. 3.
Nice. As you prepare to follow them, you're a little ways away, but as you prepare to follow them, it's starting to get like not late, but like the rain clouds have gotten thick enough that they've started to activate the streetlights. And the streetlights flicker on, and as they do, your eyes catch the reflection in the water that's on the street behind them. And instead of 3 shadows, you spot 4. But there's 2 shadows for each of the men, and Jenna no longer has a shadow. They head down into the station.
I'm gonna chase after them. And Jenna! Jenna!
You call her name, and as you kind of reach the bottom of the stairs, there's a train that's pulling into the station. There's a couple people on the platform, and they go through the ticket booth, and the 2 men kind of turn and look back at you and then hustle Jenna along forward. You have a couple of obstacles. You have a bike. You have the ticket booths to go through. They are approaching the train, and the train will be leaving shortly.
Seeing them rush her and kind of prod her along, I'm thinking that this is something like that kind of helps solidify that this is something serious. I'm gonna ditch my bike and hop over the thing. Thing. Nobody's gonna stop me. It's Vancouver. They don't check that shit. And I'm just gonna be like, Jenna,
Cool.
hey, wait.
Your bike clatters to the ground. You vault the turnstile. There's an alarm, but it's an annoyance more than anything else. Like you said, nobody's really going to stop you. However, as you take more steps towards the train, the two of them get on the car with her. You see the doors start to close, and the alarm turns. Everything slows down. The alarm starts to sound like a heart monitor going into flatline. As I'm assuming, you leap for the SkyTrain doors to make the train. Daniel, as the doors close behind you and you push yourself up from the floor, you're in a car with these two men, Jenna, a biker-looking man with a box on his lap, a dad, you know him as a dad, a man with a briefcase, looks lawyer-ish, but is staring off into space until you land on the floor at his feet. And a homeless man in the corner, sleeping. And all of you feel the distinct sensation of the final piece of a puzzle snapping into place. All of you give me perception and awareness checks. If we have it, I think we have it on the sheet. Yes, we do.
You do.
Perception and awareness, difficulty 6, please.
Discerning.
6.
Ooh, successes. One
Nice.
took some of
Does
them away.
discerning
Ooh.
count?
Yes, it does.
5.
Nice. All of you feel that prickling at the back of your neck. Something is wrong here. Specifically, something is wrong with this guy on the ground and whoever those people are. The train lurches forward, and as it accelerates, the familiar rumble of the wheels on the track is drowned out by a sound that isn't real, but that you all hear with perfect clarity. The slow, deafening toll of a single, massive funeral bell, each peal vibrating in your chests. Then, as if drawn by the same invisible string, all 4 of you look up at the red LED display at the front of the car. It flickers once, the text scrambling into digital hash before it reads, "Next stop, damnation." And that's where I think we'll take our break.
What?
We'll be back soon.
Wow.
Welcome back, intrepid adventurers, or something. If I wait, that's not copyrighted. No, wait. Hi. I hope everyone enjoyed that. I did.
I have been having a ball so far. It is, dude, I never get to play World of Darkness games, so it is always lovely when I get a chance.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really
Yeah,
obvious
I
that
like
you
running
love
for
this
you.
setting.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
it's I think you love this even more than you love your Technocracy game, just because of the mundanity of it.
I like trauma. What can I say?
Man, I love, there's something so lovely about being able to put something in your own backyard
Yeah.
and be
Cat.
like, yeah,
Dice are not for cats.
dice are not for cat. Cat, you're not allowed to get dice anymore if you're watching this.
Oh no!
I will-
And if
I
you're
will
not
do
watching
cameo.
this, then it doesn't
Cameo.
matter.
She'll rebel. Don't do that.
Yeah, she just got a bunch of dice. Also, a big thank you to Winter's Tales for just rating us. Sorry we were on our bathroom break.
Yeah.
Love you very much, Winter. Hope you are doing a good job, AJ, and enjoying life and all of that. And you deserve all of it. Congrats on your definite win, by the way, at the Crit Awards, because you absolutely fucking deserve it, because you kicked ass with Castleton. So, congrats.
Nice.
You deserve more than
Nice,
that. You
nice.
deserve like 100 awards. Castleton was such a monumentous undertaking. Very happy to have been a part of it. But yeah, the rest of you coming in here, welcome. This is a World of Darkness game. So quick content warning. This game is going to contain modern day violence. I think we're in the middle of fighting monsters that are kidnapping unhoused girls, I think is
Yep.
what's happening. And we're
that don't have a shadow now. Like,
yeah. So here's the deal.
That may or may not also be a monster.
That's so cool. Let me know when your Kickstarter drops so that I can promote it. And I would love to push people at it. Also, remember, if you need writers, let me know. But if you are sensitive to the content that we are going to be playing tonight, reminder that this is kind of more of a PG-13 to low R game, so we're probably going to beat the crap out of those kidnappers.
So far.
So far.
Yeah, so far. It's definitely not, there's not a lot of like body horror, but there might be gore kind of aspect. Like it's not Transylvania Chronicles.
Thank God. Transylvania Chronicles. I've had people watching Transylvania Chronicles that have said, I had to tap out because I brought the Zamisi in and I played the Zamisi as the Zamisi. I'm like, sorry.
Yep.
Did you not see the sign on the door that said there's a Zamisi in here?
It's a Zamisi zone. I don't know what you're talking about.
Zamisi? How would you even spell Zamisi? Would it be Zamisi zone with a T?
It's a Zamisi zone.
It's like a calzone, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Zamisi zone.
With it, like
the
the void.
zone.
I have no idea how I'm saying this so fluently, but I am.
go with it.
Zamisi zone. All right, I've got that written down.
Oh yeah, Robin's got the Zamisi zone.
Mhm. It's really funny. Robin sat down tonight and was like, well, I'm not in a game tonight, so I'm going to go play some video games because she's got my PlayStation right now. And she's like, oh, you know what? I'll give Control a try because I've been pushing Control on her. And like, she's like, I've never been this addicted to a game this fast ever. I'm like, it's the Technocracy with SCP mixed together.
Yeah, that's what. Like I said, I haven't played it, but I've absolutely watched it. It's like it's just Technocracy and SCP.
Yep, it totally is. It's really fun.
Canonically, it's in the
Nice.
same world as Alan Wake.
I have never
is it?
played Alan Wake 1 or 2, and I really feel like I need to.
I'll send you a thing. I think at this point it's better to watch a summary of Alan Wake 1 just because it's a little dated and some part it was finding its legs, the first
Okay.
one.
That's fair.
The survive waves of enemies. Thank God that's not in the second game.
I mean, that's
I would
fair.
say
It also
watch
was.
the first one, play the second one.
I would totally do that. I love watching retrospectives of games. That's most of what I do while I'm editing stuff. But I think it's time for us to kick some ass tonight,
Or
perhaps.
something.
Or
You can
something.
do something.
We can do
Yeah.
something.
Oh, cat fall.
Grab
There
the
we
girl
go.
and run. Got it.
The cat was just sliding off my couch, like with no care in the world.
All right, gentlemen, it's been fun
All right.
playing with you, and
It's time to die.
it's time to
Wait.
die.
The train's not going to go on fire, is it? Because we haven't had a train go on fire on this channel yet.
Yeah.
Technically,
When
technically, the
the players
characters.
give the,
Storyteller is the one who joins Team Arson in this game.
I don't think that counts.
Oh. No, that's
You
true.
are
Probably
there,
doesn't count.
All right. I'm going to put on the ominous music in case there's a war.
Ominous music, go. Ominous music, go, yes.
There's no warping.
Okay. Warp, 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 warp.
My one regret for tonight is that I didn't manage to get Skytrain background sound effects. During the break, I was scouring YouTube for them, for ones that I could, like, borrow. And they were all, like, from the 90s, and I'm like, it doesn't have Seth Rogen doing
really?
like, welcome to Waterfront Station. That didn't last very long, but it was a thing.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. All
Ready
right.
when you are.
Let's get back into it. I do want to actually, just before we go story, if we do go into fighting, I just want to make a couple of points here. One is that ag damage doesn't really exist for hunters, which is good because lethal is bad enough. However, I may use flavor from the other game lines, so it's going to be through a hunter lens, but they may or may not do quote unquote ag. You just won't take ag, it will be lethal. Even if I describe like gangrel ag claws or whatever. There are some exceptions, like dire circumstances, losing a limb against antagonists that have certain weaknesses, or against antagonists that have certain weaknesses. So vampires would take ag from fire and sunlight, and werewolves take ag from silver. And then the conviction rules. Like I said, conviction versus willpower. Willpower is for mundane. Conviction is for hunter stuff. On edge rolls only, you can risk conviction for extra dice for that roll. If you succeed, you gain a point of conviction. If you fail, you lose what you risked. If you botch, you lose everything. Best of luck with that. That's the brief rundown. But if you have questions during what comes next, let me know. The normal sounds of the train return, but the air is thick and cold. Across the car, the two well-dressed men sit impassively with the young woman, Jenna. They don't look at you. They don't look at anyone. They project a bit of an aura of nothing to see here. What do you do?
Jenna, are you all right?
She
Jenna?
doesn't look up. She doesn't acknowledge you. The one in the one in the suit just goes, I'm sorry, she's not feeling well. Please, just return to your seat. She's not in a position to speak to anyone.
And, sorry, who are you? How do you know her?
This is a family matter. Please leave. And as he says that, you feel this influence exude from him. But as it passes over you, it hits something solid. And it actually passes over everybody in the vicinity, including the other three of you. And in each of you, it hits something solid. Something inside you pushes back. And for a split second, there's a sharp, stabbing pain like a needle of ice that lances through your foreheads. The world whites out, and in that flash of pain, you feel something burn inside you. However, the pain vanishes as quickly as it came, and as your vision snaps back into focus, you see the truth. The man in the suit is a masterwork of embalming, a walking corpse animated by sheer will. His skin, which moments ago seemed merely pale, now has the waxy, grayish pallor of a body hours old. stretched tight like old parchment over a skull that is too prominent. His eyes, once sharp and intelligent, are actually empty black pits that drink the light and reflect nothing. The perfectly tailored suit is just fine clothing on an automaton. There's no life, no soul, only a cold, calculating void where a person used to be. The brute beside him is the opposite. Not empty, but horribly full. His human face is a thin, shimmering illusion, like a heat haze over hot pavement. Beneath it, you see the true shape of his features, subtly distorted and bestial. His jaw is too wide, his brow too heavy, and his teeth seem too sharp behind his lips. His eyes are not human at all. They are the flat, dead black eyes of a shark, reflecting the train's light with a hungry, predatory gleam. He is unnervingly still, but it is that coiled, ready stillness of a great cat about to pounce, with every muscle tense to explode into savage violence. You all notice the other passengers see nothing. They continue to stare at their phones or out the windows, completely oblivious to the two monsters sitting calmly amongst them. Only you can see them. Make me
What
perception and
the
alertness
fuck
checks,
are
all
you?
of you.
What difficulty?
We're gonna say 8 for this one. Nice.
Discerning?
Not for this one.
What?
Nice. Everybody got at least 1. You all notice something. You're not, in the moment, you're not quite sure what it means. But you do see one other person watching this scene play out. The homeless man in the corner. His eyes shrouded under a cap that he keeps low.
Hey, buddy. Say to the homeless man.
Mm-hmm.
Watch my stuff. And he'll set the box on the chair.
He'll nod just very, shallowly. Only you can really see that.
Daniel had gone up and tried to talk to the girl.
Yeah.
So he's probably closest to them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, not forcefully, but you're pulling your kid away from doing something dumb, like a kid is about to fall into the fireplace or something,
Mm-hmm.
and pull him down into the seat, beside him.
Okay. If Daniel's going to resist, then I'll need strength checks.
Daniel's gonna just he's kind of in a little bit of shock at the moment because he thinks he's lost his mental state of health again, that something is wrong, and he's just he's just gonna collapse into the seat and they're monsters. They're
What's going?
Oh my god, it's happening.
Hey,
I'm losing it. I'm losing
calm down.
it.
I can. Hey, buddy.
She's.
What month is it? No, I can see it too.
She doesn't belong with them.
You said it was
Sorry,
autumn.
You can see it.
You said it was autumn, Jen.
It's October, yeah.
Is it? Halloween parties are starting earlier and earlier in the month. Isn't that right, fellas? And I'm just gonna put an arm around them.
So we know what they look like. Is there a different smell to them too?
For those of you who can smell, you stare at them for a moment and then suddenly get hit with this wave of rotting flesh smell. And that's also when you realize that it's later than you thought, and it's quite dark outside.
Out of curiosity, what does Jenna look like?
Jenna's about 16, 17, got dirty blonde hair. She's dressed in a few layers, but not nearly as many as like Sky or the homeless man in the corner.
I'm curious in the sense that when I saw her, she had no shadow. I want to make sure she looks like a human.
She looks like a human.
Perfect.
Yeah.
She's 17.
Yep.
16.
All right. Colt's gonna
Birthday's
get
in a
up
few days.
and just walk over to her and try to help her up. Come on.
She stares at the ground and is like not resisting, but not. She's like a rock that you're just trying to pick up, and it's a little bit like you can pick her up, but she's not coming willingly.
Come on.
Excuse me, says the man in the suit. Personal space is a valuable asset. I'd advise you not to get close. Go away.
If
And
you
you
want
feel that
personal
wave of influence that hits the shield again.
If you want personal space, maybe you should get some fucking distance from me then. I don't know what you did, but you ain't this girl's family. The way she's dressed, the way
As-
you're dressed, what'd you do, roofier?
As you say that, you feel something bubble up inside you and shove them away. And they go to opposite ends of the train, hitting the wall as your ward goes up.
Yeah.
You all can see this barrier that has formed around Colt.
Fuck.
What? How?
and that Jenna's fine, but the two have been shoved in other directions. Nobody seems to really notice what's happening except that there's loud noises. And they kind of look concerned. Like, what the fuck?
Didn't mean that quickly, but all right.
Let's roll some initiative so that we have an order to go in.
All right.
Even if the fight ends up
1d10?
being less fighty. 1d10 plus dex plus wits.
Well, it's been nice knowing you folks. I have
14.
Oh God. 8.
Math. How do I math that much?
Just put it in the chat so I can grab it after. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15. Okay. 15. 14, 15. I need a page. Okay. Cool. Up. Right. Oh, sadness to everyone. Okay, cool.
Well,
Oh, I mean, what now?
So this is
What's
where we're done,
happening?
right? It was just
Don't-
a one shot,
don't-
right?
Yeah. It's fine. I mean, honestly, Colt's in the best position here, even though he has a low initiative, just because of Ward being up. Number. And Chris, what'd you get?
Oh, sorry, 14.
Okay, cool. What's your dex and wits?
6.
Okay, I need you to roll off with me.
All right. 5.
I rolled a 1, so you're going first out of the 2. You actually did better.
Oh, wow. I forget what
Okay.
the emergency...
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, okay, that the suit and the brute, which is what I'm calling them, are
Like that.
both kind of knocked a little asunder across the way, and or on opposite ends of the train. So it is Daniel's turn.
I'm gonna go to Jenna and try and help her up, or like, Colt picked her up and did whatever he did. So I'm gonna go over and just try and be like, hey, are you okay? Like, check her pulse, like make sure she's okay, and just like look up at Colt and just, thank you, Jenna. Are you okay?
Just double checking a thing. Okay, so yeah, word is up for the remainder of the scene. I can try to penetrate it, and does not affect hunters or other normal humans. You don't need to concentrate for it to persist, and okay, it doesn't do anything about their abilities passing through. Cool. Jenna blinks momentarily and looks at you with clear eyes for a moment as she goes, Daniel? And then you see kind of they glaze over again as whatever has her under their control maintains it. But her pulse is fine. A little slow, but fine. Maybe a little slow compared to the adrenaline of the situation as well. And all her vitals seem fine. I'm not even going to make you roll for it simply because it's easy to check on her. She's just, something has control of her.
I think they might have drugged her. We should call the cops.
Yeah. Do it.
The brute is also staggered, so he won't be up this round. Todd, Samuel, you doing anything in particular?
I think Samuel's gonna get up and kind of position himself next to Colt, facing the one that went off to one side.
Okay, you have a preference whether the suit or the brute?
Nope, no preference.
Okay. What do we have here? Okay, right. That one. Just making sure. Colt's was easy to do the imbuing because he walked right into that one. Making sure I have everything for everyone else.
Yeah, so Samuel's just gonna kind of unbutton his collar a little bit. It's like, best you all don't move, or I'll be joined in as well.
Thank you.
I'm gonna call 911.
You're gonna call 911. Cool. Samuel, as you say something like, best you don't move, you feel that burning inside you kind of flood through your body. And it feels like you've put a giant hand out and are holding the suit down. It's hard for anyone else to really see this one, except for the fact that the suit was about to get to his feet and immediately just kind of falls back to his knees. He can still get up, but he's been kind of taken off guard. And that's Burton going off, by the way. Todd, you call 911. And it connects. Police, ambulance, fire truck.
Oh geez, what number are we on here? Okay, everybody, just gonna stand up and kind of do the hand out kind of thing, holding on to like one of those loops that's probably in here.
Yeah.
There's I think everybody needs to calm down, but they're, somebody's knocked out, and we're to believe that there's some foul play involved, and her guardians aren't. She's youngish looking, correct?
She looks about the same age as your daughter, your oldest.
These I don't think I don't think they're her guardians. October or not. I got a bad feeling about it.
You hear the voice from the 911 operator go, "So is that police or ambulance?"
Oh geez. How does she look when I glance?
She looks out of it. Honestly, you probably want both if you're thinking like taking care of the situation.
I'm gonna glance
Maybe.
at her and then glance at the two guys. Oh, probably both, but we're kind of moving right now on the number. Oh geez, we're going for damnation, is it?
It has flickered back to waterfront. Pacific line to
we're on
waterfront is
the
what you're on.
Pacific line right now, right?
Yeah.
Pacific line. It looks like the waterfront's the next stop. Should I hit the? And I'm gonna lean over and pull the
Emergency.
red line thingy.
The emergency cord?
brake.
Not the emergency door, but like that kind of like notification that alerts.
The notification for the next station.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
SkyTrain doesn't have those.
No, they do now.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Why not?
Because
Yeah, they just automatically stop, right?
Yeah, it's unmanned.
Yeah, you can tell I don't spend.
We're going to Vancouver, Cal. We're going to do a photo op.
I mean,
Is there an emergency
Yep.
button somewhere, or I'm gonna do
there's
that.
an emergency. There's an emergency stop, and then there's also we're gonna say there's an emergency notification, but like it's more if you're in a
You know what?
station. That's probably
I've never
best,
pulled one
but
of these before, but I'm gonna press it now.
I need dex and athletics checks from everyone.
Wait,
Well,
is that what
Jen,
it does?
Jen, am
Yes.
I need to know, this is very important.
Yeah.
Are these guys further back in the train or further close in the train? Because did you read the last paragraph of Ward?
Let me
They can
double-check
be
the last
forced
paragraph.
inside if they can't get away. So if
Oh
it's
yeah,
not...
yeah. The one is to each end of the train is the thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
what was the difficulty?
The difficulty of this is going to be actually. No, Todd's been pretty like vocal about things, and most of you probably know what's about to happen. I'll give it to you at 6.
6? Cool.
4.
Suit guy doesn't have to make. Actually, neither of the NPCs have to make, or the antagonist NPCs, the ones I care about with stats, they don't have to make it because one is already at one side of the train and the other is being held in place by Burton. So can't really do much about it anyway. 3, yay.
And 4 for me.
Nice.
Two.
So Daniel, Samuel, and Colt, you all kind of stagger a bit just out of the shock of it, but keep your footing, hold on to things. Todd, you're holding onto the loop and you pull the thing and you kind of briefly let go of the loop and then you fall and tumble forward towards the front of the car because you didn't realize that that was what was going to happen.
Didn't hurt myself.
You didn't hurt yourself. You managed to like not fall hard, so you don't hurt yourself. You just kind of tumble.
Oh, my oldest always says I'm out of the loop.
God. Terrible. Colt, you're up next.
All right,
Last
so
of the
these
round.
guys are fine.
Yeah.
Like the suit and brute, and they've got Jenna, so I passed her off.
Cool.
Or okay, So
Yeah, Jenna's still
I think
like out of it, but Daniel's
is
right there.
supporting
So
her. And he didn't fall over.
yeah, he did not fall over, and Jenna's sitting. So meh.
all right. You guys stay back. I don't want any trouble, but if you come over here, you're gonna get it. I'm gonna just hold an action, basically.
Cool. And we're back around to the suit. Let's see. What can he do? Is it anything?
Burton, hold on.
Can still act, speak, fight, use any powers it possesses, but cannot move more than a foot from where it is.
Unless it
Yay.
has some power of unnatural movement, then it can roll a save.
Okay, cool.
It's difficulty 7, or my character suit rating, so 7. If he has something like that.
Fair. Okay, yeah, this one, man. He stands. The suit stands up, kind of dusts himself off, and shakes his head and goes, "Return her to us," as he tries to step a couple feet forward and then is frozen in place and cannot go anymore. And he goes, "What the?"
Does that normally work?
Yes, normally. Son of a bitch. And he calls out to the one on the other side, and he goes, "Spence, take him out." And it is not Spence's turn. It is Daniel's turn.
I'm gonna try and take her away from them as much as possible, and to, like, just making sure that she's okay and that I am between her and them.
Okay.
To the when you say they're on the other end, are they on like either end lengthwise or
Lengthwise.
Oh shoot, never mind.
Yeah. Now you have noticed that you don't know why per se, but the suit isn't seeming to walk any closer.
Okay.
You're not sure if it's to do with the crackling energy, but he hasn't quite reached the crackling energy that is emanating from Colt just yet. So you're not sure
going
why.
to try and get her between with Colt and one of them, Colt, her, me, one of them.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds good.
And,
yeah,
just-
give me a quick perception and intuition roll.
Does discerning count?
Perception. Not this time.
Okay, 3 then.
Cool. You quickly assess the situation. You're used to emergency situations and triage and all of that fun stuff. And you quickly assess what's going on here. And regardless of what these two monstrous people look like or what they are, you have no idea. One of them seems kind of immobilized somewhat, and Samuel's on that side staring him down. Colt seems to be squaring up against the other one. So you stay on the side kind of near Samuel, near the creature in the suit, and put Jenna between you and Colt. And then Todd is kind of on the ground on Colt's side, but not with Colt, I think at this point. Todd's just kind of there.
Yeah, I'm I'm not sure what else I can do currently at the moment, so I'm just gonna try and make sure they can't get to Jenna.
Absolutely. Where am I here? It is
actually,
the-
no. Todd was just
Yeah.
calling the police, and so I'm gonna say the police
Yep.
are on their way.
Cool. Excellent.
Like-
Um,
You guys need to back off.
the brute stands up and kind of laughs. The cops, we own the cops, and is going to try and push through Colt's ward. Which is one roll to penetrate it. A stamina roll, I think.
Bring it.
Bring it. Zoom zone, bring. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Okay, and that is. So it is 1 yard in radius. Okay. Okay. So the number of successes achieved must be exceeding stamina. Can you roll me your stamina plus zeal, Kelly? Difficulty is 6, just for the sake of this resisted roll.
What is my zeal presently? Is it what it is on a sheet?
It is what it is on your sheet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Once
so-
your power is activated, you have those dots.
All right. Difficulty 6, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
3.
Okay. I succeed with 4. And so he approaches this crackling energy and begins to shove through it. And once he gets past the perimeter, he is going to rush you.
Can I use my held
That
action?
is. Yeah, you can. Absolutely.
Sounds good. I think Colt is going to see this. This is a big dude. Like, is he even bigger than Colt?
Once you see his true form, yes, absolutely.
Okay. Colt's going. How far is he away? I guess he was 9 meters away. Or pardon me,
Yeah.
3 meters away, so he's about 9 feet away. Yeah. He's just gonna crack him in the face. Like, honestly.
Go for it.
Do you remember what Good Right Hook does?
I
2
do have it
dice.
written down somewhere. Yeah.
2 extra dice for damage rolls and brawl. I
Perfect.
also have that.
Nice.
Is it on just the right hook or is it on all damage?
I think it's
This
just
is all
damage
rolls.
with brawl.
For brawl.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Any brawl based attack is what it
Oh, any
says.
brawl based. Okay, cool. I'm gonna kick him in the nuts instead. So I'm gonna use
Okay.
a kick
And you're
maneuver.
winding up and you just
Yeah, basically, and then just boot him because like Colt's the kind of type of guy that wears boots everywhere, like biking boots,
He's
Yeah,
pulling an orange
steel
heroes.
toe.
steel
Acting.
toe.
Pardon me?
Yeah. So that's
There
gonna
we
be Dex, and that's gonna be. You know what? Screw it. Let's have some fun with this. That's gonna be Dex brawl. I'm gonna risk 3 points of conviction on this, if I may.
You cannot because it is not an edge roll.
Oh, wait. Can you only use conviction on edge rolls? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Balls. Okay, then.
Conviction on edge rolls and willpower on
God.
Okay, well in that
actual-
case, let's spend that willpower then.
you could spend willpower, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna add that. Okay. Weak. All right, that is going to be the kick raises my difficulty to 7 if it's 6 normally. So that's 2 successes.
Cool. Yeah, you hit him. He's not doing much except trying to rush you at this
Right.
point. So strength plus 1, I guess. Whatever
no.
your right hook is. Or
Plus
Yeah.
that, plus the kick.
Oh, yeah,
so
plus the kick.
we're using that additional successes beyond the first roll into damage, right?
yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, provided I haven't done something defensive to offset your successes.
Oh
yes.
shit. 7 successes to the balls. Oh, pardon me, 9 successes to the balls with the good right hook.
Woohoo!
Did I roll
Excellent.
that right? Sorry. Yeah, I did. Okay.
So, luckily that's bashing.
It is. Yay, I got my willpower back. Thank you, Random. I feel like if I kick someone in the balls for 9 points of damage, I'd get my willpower back anyway in real life.
Right?
Fair enough.
What's your nature?
Provider.
Yeah, you're providing
Providing
all
pain.
with pain.
Okay, I spent a hurt them more to reroll some of those dice.
Yep.
I have many hurt them more, so let's just spend them.
You might as well.
Do
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so you still do 3 bashing damage to the balls. It does not seem to phase him at all. You hear the
fuck.
slightest grunt as you connect, and then he's still coming at you. And you used your held action. He is
Yep.
going to try and essentially mow you down. Like, he's not trying to hit you specifically. He's just trying to tackle you. And
No.
yes. Is that what you say, or do you?
I'm gonna yell stop and try to feebly get in the way, but
Okay.
but I'm gonna scream
Yeah.
out stop.
Cool. And
And put
just-
some conviction
okay.
into this.
Yeah, go ahead. Normally I wouldn't make you roll to actually do it. It is going to work. We're going to put it that way. But I do just want to see how well it'll work. So feel free to use the
Use the conviction.
risk the conviction. Yeah.
Okay. No question. Do specialties count for these rolls?
So, oh yeah, I guess. This was one of the rules questions I wasn't sure about, which was whether or not to allow edge rolls to just explode 10s regardless. So I'm gonna say yes for this particular fight, because everybody is, or like specialties will count for this particular fight,
Okay.
rather than all 10s will explode, and I will debate the all 10s exploding part later.
Adaptable.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. 7.
Nice. I just need to double check these stats I have. Hello, stats. 1, 2.
And if
Oh, no,
this
that's
is successful, my conviction goes up.
Yeah, and it was successful. So yeah, you go up by 1.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to put you up by 2. I'm giving you an extra 1 for the because this is such a wild situation, and you did good.
Great. Wow. That's a lot of conviction.
Yep. 4, 5, 6, 8. Oh,
Specialty dad's mad voice. God damn it, Cal, I love it.
Ooh. 1, 2.
It's funny. I was gonna yell something as well, and I'm wondering if I was just gonna tell Buddy to look out.
And then I'm going to use a second hurt them more to reroll those.
Ruh-roh.
Okay. You feel it take hold, Daniel. You feel that stop have power, and you see this brute falter. But he's still going to run into Colt with my 8 successes because I spent to hurt them more. I have so many, and you love them.
That's true.
But
That's
he's
true.
not doing very much damage because he's really not trying to do any damage. I'm just seeing if, yeah, he actually doesn't do any damage to Colt. He basically hugs Colt with force. Yeah, he has his arms wide and he's going to take you down, and he kind of goes low for it. And then you feel him slow as he approaches you, and he just kind of leans into you, and he goes. And now his head is kind of below you. So maybe that's a good spot for him. I don't know. But you do feel that power, that bluster surge up, and you realize that those words have power. And okay. Todd, you said you were going to do it. Actually, hold on. Let me just double check I'm in the right order here. Yes. Todd, you were going to do a thing?
Oh, geez. Looks like nobody's listening. I'm going to... You said that there was a sudden stop?
Yeah, the train stopped. You were high above the city in the SkyTrain with no escape. The train has stopped.
Oh, jeez, Todd, you really goofed this. These guys look like bad news. Wait a second. Nobody's helping the girl at the moment. She's just like kind of slumped over or sitting down.
She's sitting down, or no, actually, Daniel has put her. I think possibly sitting, because she's standing. She's a bit of a sitting duck too, but in between, Daniel has moved her so that she's further away from the brute, specifically, and the suit doesn't seem to be moving much.
Okay. Jeez. I'm gonna try to open the thing.
Open the
try
thing?
to open the door, one of the doors.
Okay. How do you feel as you're trying to open the doors? Just like trying to get away to get them out, or get away for people to escape, or
How much? Oh, geez. How much room we got on the outside of this? Not a lot.
not much, not a lot.
Like
It's like a
I'm trying
rail
to picture
that
in
the
my
SkyTrain is on, and then
is there none?
there's
Is there like negative space?
there's
Like
like
you just fall
negative
down?
space. It's like some places there's more space, but not out here. We're gonna say there's no space because that's more fun.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up from having fallen over embarrassingly, and be like, okay, like things are heated, and like everyone's angry, but we. Oh fuck! They said they own the police. How confident in that guy's statement when he said that did he seem?
Very.
I'm gonna open the door. It's nighttime, you said, right? It's dark out.
It is. Yep.
I'm gonna open
It
the
got
door.
dark.
Yeah. And whatever the phone, don't pay attention to it. He seemed pretty confident. I realize now that my sheet does not have gullible anymore. I took away the dum-dum things and just kept the flaws.
Yep.
Being bad at lying myself does not mean I'm bad at reading others. And I'm gonna open this because it gives us some options. Yeah.
Fair, yeah. All right. Give me a strength check. Difficulty 6.
All right. Ooh. 5 successes. And then I never
Yeah.
had greater success.
Yeah, you're honestly, when you started tugging at these doors, you weren't even sure that these doors would open like this out here. It's an emergency. They're probably locked, you think. But then you get this surge of hope and optimism, and you open those doors and also have fool's luck. Because that was just the easiest. You feel like all that good karma you've accumulated over the years is finally paying off by letting you do this one thing.
God help me, I'm gonna stop this train.
Don't make me turn this train around.
Don't make me turn this train. Don't make me turn this train around. And I think that's it for me.
Beautiful. Samuel, your turn. You've got your eye on this suit, who is kind of glaring at you. And Todd has opened the SkyTrain door.
I think Sam's gonna kind of slowly approach, kind of look at the suit, going, "So what are you really gonna do to that girl? Be honest, because your life now depends on it." I'm gonna kind of slowly make my way while looking at him to get behind him.
Fair. I'm gonna let you roll for discern as you do that as well.
Ooh. I get the roll for these fun with the.
Yeah, it's not your imbuing. You've been imbued. You can risk for conviction, or risk conviction. So yeah, you can risk anywhere from 1 to all of your conviction. However many conviction you risk, you gain that many dice to roll in your roll. You can only do this with edges.
And I get whatever back if I succeed +1.
You get
right?
So you don't even have to erase it unless you fail. So you just gain 1 if you succeed. And then if you fail, you lose whatever you risked. And if you botch, you lose everything.
I'm gonna risk 3, so I have 9 dice.
Woohoo! And yes, Chris, is usually once per scene. I have decreed it. One of this particular side rules I've kind of added is that, particularly in this scene, given that it's your imbuing, if you want to risk multiple times, you can. It is high emotion, and that's going to be the indicator of whether or not you can risk more than once. So basically, if your friends are dying, if it's something really close to like your heart that you're trying to fight for or fight against, those situations would allow you to risk more conviction.
And do 10s explode because are they going to constantly?
If you have a specialty, today we're going to say if you have a specialty in one of the skills that applies, then 10s will explode. And I'm debating whether or not to just make 10s explode on edges, but I haven't decided that yet. So I didn't think it would come today, but then we're here. So
I had 4 successes till 2 1s wiped it away, so I have 2 10s left.
Fair enough. But that's a success. And so you gain conviction and don't lose anything. And so you blink and you suddenly see a lot better than you were. I mean, there's the lights in the SkyTrain, but you can see even outside the SkyTrain. You start noticing the smaller things that are wrong with this monster. Doesn't have any body heat. Doesn't have a pulse. And as you kind of circle around behind, you understand more than see that whatever this is dead. He kind of sneers at you as you walk around. What were we going to do with her? Eat her. What are you gonna do about it?
How far away from the door am I that Todd opened?
For a something good happens, you can be close enough to kick/shove him out.
Absolutely. This kind of goes around him and clocks him right in the jaw and going, well, you're already dead in my eyes. So why don't you become a corpse permanently? Just goes.
Excellent. I won't even make you roll to connect because you are right there. He's burdened with glorious, terrible purpose. And you have something good happen. So you clock him and figure out how to sort of release Burton as you shove him towards the door and watch him stumble backwards out of it and fall. And then you hear screams from other passengers, but we're going to move on to somebody else. Yay. Colt, your turn. You have a brutish vampire creature monster hugging you, basically, and his friend just went out the door. Thanks to Samuel, the nerd in the suit.
He's hugging me?
This brute is, yeah. Sort of.
Is this the brute wasn't the guy that was talking about personal space, unfortunately, so.
No, he just went out the door.
All right. Man, you probably want to let me go. Maybe you should go say hi to your friend. I'm gonna try to, you know what? He has done enough combat training and martial arts on the job. I'm gonna try to hip throw him out the door.
Cool, yeah.
So like,
or if you have older siblings.
He does. So I guess, would that be Dex or Strength and Brawl? You know what? They're the same score. Why am I asking?
There you go.
So, here we
That's
go.
What it looks like.
Weak.
Yeah.
What's my difficulty to throw this bitch?
I'm gonna call it actually slightly resisted, but you're gonna be rolling at a 6 as well as at a 6, just to see if. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I have so many hurt the mores.
Yeah, do it. Make me ineffective.
No, the hurt the more, so I can re-roll that because that sucked. I also got 2, so you are going to manage to move both of you closer to the door, but he's not letting go.
This is your stop, buddy?
Cool. And suit is gone. Bye-bye. He lands somewhere probably. Maybe dies. I don't know. And Daniel, it's your turn. You see Jenna's eyes clear.
Okay. Jenna.
What's going on?
Okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, but what happened?
I think they drugged you. Some people tried to kidnap you. You're okay?
I didn't take anything. I'm fine. She's going to move to hug you, and it's
Okay.
you guess it's less of the like thank you hug and more of the like I'm gonna hold on to you because you're safe.
I'm gonna like hold her and keep her away from whatever's going on up there, and I'm gonna just like look at Brute and just be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? She's just a kid. Like, Jesus. And I want to use insinuate.
Yeah, absolutely. You feel that bubble up inside you as you ask that question.
And you know what? Because we can, I want to risk.
Yeah.
If you're
Go
letting us
for
do
it.
multiple,
Do it.
I'm gonna put everything into that again because I want 9 extra dice.
I love risking
Why
conviction
not?
so much.
Right? I don't have any specialties
Insane.
that. Oh, that's. Uh-oh.
And then there's
dice
this.
and went boom.
Did you fail?
Imagine.
I have 2 out of 15 dice. 15 dice.
Now
I
you're
have 2
thinking
because of
with
the ones.
exalted dice.
I mean, you have heard the story of the person who rolled 32 dice on a roll to hit and did not. Like, it's insane. But anyway, sometimes that's just what happens in World of Darkness. You have 2, so that adds 1 to the difficulty of my next intended action.
I think 2 and whatever emotional response you want to throw at him, whether
Yep.
it's like remembering. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I do. I'm good. And
So
yeah,
does that
you do that.
put me up to 10 conviction?
Yep, you succeeded. You gained the conviction.
Holy crap! I'm glad I bought conviction.
Gosh,
Yeah, it won't be nearly this easy to get up to the next virtue point
Next one,
after. Yeah, because you go back down to starting once you cash it in. But you can also hold on to it until the end
think I
of
will.
this if you want.
Yeah, I'll wait for now.
Yeah. Yeah, the stipulation is that if you spend or by the way, all of your second sight did turn on. That was that feeling earlier. I just didn't make you spend conviction for it because that was your imbuing. But yeah, if you spend conviction or risk some and fail between now and when you were planning on cashing it in and you no longer have 10, then you obviously can't cash it in for a new virtue point. But if you keep it at 10, then you can do that later. You feel very empowered by protecting Jenna. The Brute's turn, who is kind of wrestling with Colt a bit. Not necessarily by his choice, but that's where he's at. And you catch his eyes as he looks at you and see confusion cross them, regret. And he's going to try and throw Colt off the train.
But +2 to his difficulty.
Yes, +2 to his difficulty. He is doing it with strength and brawl. He's rolling at a difficulty 8. Kelly, you can resist me with essentially pure strength, but strength and brawl if you want. I don't care.
I would love
at this
strength and
point.
brawl.
If you're gonna like essentially attack him as he tries to, like you won't do any damage, but you can do more brawly actions as you're trying to not be thrown off
Yeah,
the
I'm
train.
gonna like stomp his ankles and stuff like that. And
Yeah, you're difficulty 6, so.
Okay.
Bite his ear.
no, I don't
Pull
want. Oh
his
shit.
hair.
Oh shit. That's 0.
But is it a
Oh dear.
bug?
It is. It would be without that 10.
Ellie, no.
Give me a Dex and Athletics.
Is the train still moving?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
It full stopped above the city.
Watching
so-
him try to throw him out,
Yeah.
is that something I can bluster, or does it have to be something that causes damage? Directly?
You can bluster it if you hadn't already just done something.
Quick question,
Gotcha.
Jen.
Even though bluster's
Todd can-
reactionary?
Todd can bluster. Actually, I guess it is true. Todd could bluster it for sure.
So we are.
And how
He's
does-
trying to throw me out, right
Yeah.
on top of the city with probably like 100-foot fall minimum, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I gain 3 more dice from Daredevil.
Absolutely, you do.
And Todd,
So
Cal,
how does
bluster, you
Yeah.
were roll manipulate, or sorry, wits and mercy, and
Yeah.
difficulty 6, and each one it takes away a success from him. You use it like a dodge or a defensive action
And am I
for-
allowed to do that?
on somebody
No.
else's turn for somebody else. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm mostly making the call because you literally just affected him. So,
Yeah. No,
right.
fair.
You-
Absolutely.
You asked the question, and then, but Todd could absolutely bluster him. So, what'd you get, Kelly?
I got 3 successes.
Nice. That is exactly how many successes I got.
Yay!
So again, you wrestle a bit closer to the door. Todd, if you still wanted to bluster on the turn, like you could,
I
I
got confused
Mhm.
with bluster and ease earlier,
Oh, okay. Yep.
so I might. But remember how I had that floating, that floating point, and I was like,
Oh.
I'll pick something later.
So ease was 2. So if you wanted ease, you'd be fully spent out. But if you only bought bluster and
I only bought bluster and
fool's luck,
go.
then yes, you
go
have
ahead.
a floating point. But,
I forgot Daredevil actually ignores 1/1 on rolls as
oh,
well.
nice.
So I actually got 4.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you definitely don't get thrown off this train. Good job.
Yay! It's my favorite thing not to
better.
get thrown out of.
Yeah, he basically neither of you move, because your goal is to not be thrown off the train. His goal is to try and throw you off the train. So he does, and he succeeded at succeeded the roll at trying that, even with the increased difficulty. So he tried to move you closer, and then you successfully did not move closer. That's the gist. But yes, sorry, Cal, go ahead.
Oh yeah. So I'm figuring out how the things work. There are different categories
Yep.
in each of the virtues. And there's under martyrdom, there's
Mhm.
something called demand.
Okay.
And I feel like
Is that a higher level one? Or is that
is that looks like 1 dot.
okay, it might be.
It's on
Can't
page,
remember.
150.
Do-do-do.
If I'm looking at the right book, which I think
That's
I
the
am,
question. Let's figure this out.
I'm learning.
Because I can never remember what the what the murder ones are, but I feel like it's scroll. Martyrdom. Oh yeah, no, demand is the first one. You're right. For some reason, witness is the second one. I had witness in my head. But yeah, demand. You could do that if you wanted.
I figure that matches like what I just done.
Yeah.
More than bluster.
Yeah, fair. Yep.
So on my turn, I thought I'd ask before my turn came up, which I think
Sure.
is now.
It's right now anyway. Yeah. So I'll either let you, depending on what you want to do, because I think this is. Oh yeah, no, this is actually just in your turn. So yeah, on your turn you can do this if you want.
Okay, so seeing that this is obviously a shark man, right?
Sure, yeah.
Looks like a shark, smells like a shark, 800 pounds.
Like a shark.
Sure. That's definitely what this is.
Instead of a dude wearing a mask. Seeing what Colt is laying down, I'm gonna hold on to the bar.
Yep.
Right, and
Yep.
I'm gonna kick across the aisle, and kick Sharkman out.
Okay, yeah. Mark that bashing on your health chart. It cannot be soaked, but you can add your mercy rating to strength, plus risk conviction if you want. Because I
I've never done
already
it,
kind of went.
so I'm going to
Yeah.
risk conviction because Colt almost being thrown out of a train in episode 1.
All of it. All of it.
Oh,
Cal.
geez, Todd, you did it again. You got someone killed. So I'm gonna
Just
do
like in
all
the
of it.
war.
And I think our starting conviction is 3.
Yeah, and so if you didn't buy that up, then you have 3 to work with.
So I have 3.
And
you
actually,
said-
yeah, Avengers. Do Innocents get 4? Innocents might get 4.
Martyrs and Avengers get 4.
Martyrs and Avengers. Okay, I knew there was a Mercy one that got 4.
No, because martyrs explode pretty quickly.
That's true.
And then
They do.
I think Witnesses and Waywards both get 4 as well.
Hermits and Waywards.
Oh, sorry, yeah, not Witnesses.
Actually, yeah, I don't think Hermits get.
Yeah, Waywards get like.
But
certain 9 or
Waywards
something.
do. They're crazy. But yeah, so mark that damage. Make an attack roll.
Okay.
Dex and Brawl. Dex and Brawl.
Dex and Brawl.
You cannot spend willpower on this roll because it is part of an edge roll.
It's part of an edge roll.
But you can,
Okay.
but you can do conviction. So
Oh, okay. So I'm definitely gonna do that. I can't spend willpower. And you said,
just say
okay.
it's actually supposed to be just strength for any roller action, but I'm gonna give it to you for Dex anyway because that makes sense to me.
Okay.
I think this book might actually be like it's strength and brawl or rather than Dex and brawl, and I disagree.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's strength and brawl, but anyway.
Okay, so 4 and the 3 conviction and no brawl.
Oh wait, actually, demand is to do damage, so you can still you can risk conviction. No, wait, sorry, getting this messed up. Demand goes to damage, so you still have to connect the hit. So still do Dex and brawl. You can't risk conviction, but you
I
can spend
see.
willpower.
Oh, I see in the steps. Right. Okay. In
Yeah.
that case, I will spend the willpower.
Yeah, so 1 auto success, and then it's just a
I'm
normal Dex and
trying
brawl to
kick
hit.
him out.
Yep.
Thematically. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's still Dex and brawl. You're trying to connect the
Is
hit.
there a penalty for not having any dots in brawl? Actually, I have
No.
kids. I should have really. Oh no.
No, you
okay.
can just do it.
All
Yeah,
right.
It's just your Dex. That's all.
All
But you have an
right.
auto success. Your willpower is strong.
Go. Oh, thank. And the difficulty was
6.
3 successes.
Nice. You connect. You now have your strength, your mercy rating with using demand, and plus 2 for the extra successes from your attack. And yeah. Roll, and then any conviction you want to risk.
Okay, so the strength, the 2 that went through.
Yep.
And
Your mercy,
then
which
the
is another 3.
Oh, right.
That's what
And then
demand
I'm
gives
going
you.
to
It
do
gives you the mercy.
3, conviction, because everyone else is gambling with it. It seems fine.
Gamble, gamble.
Wow, this turned high for something I don't have dots in. So this is what it's like.
Yep.
Oh, geez. No ones. Okay, what was the?
Ooh.
What's
So
the
you didn't
difficulty
botch and
I'm
lose
looking
everything.
for?
Now you just need to succeed, which is as long as you get 1 6, then you succeeded.
Okay. 1, 2, 5.
Nice.
Not bad. Not bad.
You connect, and I'm gonna skip Samuel's turn for thematic reasons at this point, because Colt, you see Todd, the dad, grab onto the bar, reel back, and kick this asshole with his feet. Do you help him throw the brute off the train?
Yep.
Excellent. I am just gonna let that happen because between the two of you, that is, I don't have a hope. I have a lot of hurt the mores. I don't have enough hurt the mores, I think.
I mean, I could activate Ward again
That's true.
and
That's
shoot
true,
him like
you
a
could.
rail gun.
Do it. Activate ward again so you can
my
risk
God,
conviction.
please.
I'm gonna risk
You're the
conviction.
only one
Let's-
who. You're the only one who hasn't this.
I want to be
this
on
game,
the team,
so.
guys. Okay, so
I
risky-
want to see how far he gets yeeted. Like,
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
too. Okay, so hold on. I gotta look up.
He
Team
already has
rockets
an
blasting off
acceleration.
again.
Okay, so
And
that
because of
is-
Fool's Luck, the first guy that Samuel punched off, he fell in a manhole.
Mm-hmm,
Like, and then this guy's getting like a particle accelerator. He's
he's getting yoked.
you need it.
Yoked in
only
Past tense of yeet.
yes, he's Yote. I'm sending him to Jotunheim with 4 successes on railgun. So I'm gonna launch him 12 meters.
Nice. I get a resistance rule this time because I'm expecting something. I don't. I don't.
Okay.
I don't
Sorry,
resist
so
that.
12 feet, so 4 meters.
Yeah. And basically, Todd, from your perspective, it looks like you connect with your feet, and then this crackling wave of energy just catapults this guy out into the sky. And everything goes quiet, except for the screaming. And I think we're going to end game there. I was going to let you guys kind of decompress a bit, but I think that's a good spot to end, and we're right before 11, so...
yay!
Yay!
Hey!
Oh, geez, guys, we
Holy.
accidentally just killed 2 members of the mafia.
Oh, we're
Not
fucked.
Todd's like,
Womp
not
womp.
again. That's how Todd ended up
Not
in witness
again.
protection.
Not again.
Oh,
Todd,
jeez.
Cal, are you
Todd, I
actually
gotta-
just playing Viggo Mortensen from A History of Violence?
You know, I was looking at shadowy. What's that? What's that like alter ego or like shadowy past like flaw
Yeah,
or like
yeah,
whatever? I
something
was
like that.
looking at that and I'm like, wouldn't it be funny if he had like a Todd Wick like
Todd Wick.
thing, and he's like, oh man, I gotta like find a new family again, and
You're just nobody.
yeah.
Yep,
there we go.
So you got, I believe, 3 XP from the chat,
Yep, that's correct.
and you're going to take 3 XP from me for another 6. I say another 6 because I gave you guys some
Yay.
extra for
Crap.
character sheets. And also, when I do short runs like this, I really like to just pump you full of XP, especially when I make
Honestly.
you start from scratch. It's great. It's like power up quick. But thank you guys for playing, and thank everyone for joining us. We'll be back in 2 weeks, or join from H next week.
We're going to be, oh yeah, it's 2 weeks for this. That's right.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, we got to do this next week. But good. It can get a little colder. I'm very excited for this to be a little chillier when I'm wearing this entire cow on me.
Right. Right.
All right. So, hey, folks, Jen, thank you for running this game to give me a little bit of downtime before we hop back into Transylvania Chronicles. This was a really great first session. I think it's the most organized and smoothest first session that I've ever seen you run for sure. And I think it's one of the smoothest I've ever been in. So congratulations. That was great.
Thank you.
And it was a
you.
lot of fun. So good job. I love playing in games with you, and this has been a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed watching it, everybody. A big thank you to all of our patrons who keep us on the air. Let's start with our divine producers. My mom, and everyone's mom, really. Shaikon De Vermilion, Soul Omen, and Nacro. Our demonic producer, Sorcerer Sanguine. Our wizards of the Patreon, Tammy the Forever Cleric, the Ink Goblin Crush, Urquhart, and Big Nut. Our monster maker, Larouk, and our high council, Terran, Amberthist, Raven with Baubles, Chef Aladeth, Brian Kaler, Nerdy Metal Gent, Nihilus, Cookiemon Steve, Iron Warrior X, and our patron of the arts, Eastside Rider. You guys are all amazing. Thanks everybody who showed up and rated us tonight, and everybody who's watching this later on YouTube. You guys are all amazing. Give us a like, upvote the video so that we know that you enjoyed it and that it helps us with our searches. And when this goes up on podcast later, be sure to rate us. Give us a 5-star on iTunes or whatever, or Apple Podcast or whatever it's called. And yeah. If you want to hang out with us, come join our Discord. It's a pretty rockin' place, and Chris posts a lot of memes. And with that, we'll see you on Friday for one of the final episodes of Vecna Eve of Ruin. Bye, everybody.